Hello and welcome to Tabletalkers. This time it's going to be Spire Strife, unless I slightly edit it. It's a continuation of the prophecy. Last time the group of rat catchers went through, and after a interesting experience with some vestiges of the old wars, they returned to Siegebreaker, found Jackson's father, and properly established the Siegebreaker Hall as a once again fortified and not broken down area anymore. The druids of the previous area moving in and a guild hall being established. If one of you would like to give a spiel on that, or anything that
No,
what you think it looks like and stuff.
give a
Jackson's
very
castle.
yeah, give a very mixture of like dwarven and Viking aesthetic of just very large like main hall of wood, let's say wood and stone things set aside to be future trophies. Just very large dining area set aside as well to be say for the main hall to be attended at. Aside from that, just set aside different areas for worksmithing areas, magic areas, large open training yard with several different coordinated areas.
So in other words,
Set up,
aside from the maze thing, it's Storvasker.
yeah, except bigger because your Vasker is tiny for some reason in game.
Well, it's supposed to be a place in an actual city as opposed to a thing of its own. I'm gonna shut up now.
But yeah, big old typical guild hall.
And your
I
names.
did have
Or what?
Right.
You started to say something?
I had a question for Jack, but what about names?
No, and your guild hall name.
Oh, guild hall name. It is the Reclaimers of Glory, however, mostly just referred to as the Reclaimers.
Did you have something else? Because session proper is going to start with Ragnar making his way over after, hearing about this other hall opening up.
One thing for I had one thing that would have just happened that I thought of literally like just now before the session started. For Jack, because just I got what the green goo amulet did from the mother. Let's say ask Jack about it. Why he would have left that there. In terms of just his opinion of what it do.
I was told it was for whenever things got real bad, and things got real bad. So like, I stored one for you over there. Found it. Mine did the thing, and now it's that guy over there. Kind of reference in the general direction of the big plant monster.
So he gave it. He shoved it down someone's throat, and they turned into a plant monster.
No, I just tossed it on the ground and got lucky.
No. I'm gonna die. I still might eat it anyways.
He'll shrug and go about his business.
Okay, that was all I had.
All right. So the Reclaimers has been established and set up. You've been putting out various feelers to try to attract people to the guild. As part of that, Jack has donated resources to ensure that it runs smoothly. So you have people dedicated to information gathering, basic like on-hand smithing stuff and things like that. Some of the druids from your mother's tribe are by and large your magic people, unless you get the proper like wizard style enchanting stuff, at which point in time they don't really have anybody for that, but that's also really expensive, so I haven't established it yet.
Nah, we'll have to recruit those. We'll have to recruit those eventually.
So the feelers are out. People aren't really showing up for it yet. Also, during the interim time, you're aware that Attica has basically militarily occupied the river, as things keep coming in from some other plane, and the people that live there are all too happy to have their military forces embolstered by their army.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is something to remember, Eric. We did send that out. We did give Attica the information on King Red.
information was given. You haven't heard back on that, but that may be due to spycraft or a ton of other factors.
Was just reminding Eric in case it was forgotten.
In the interim since establishing it, you lot have gone over and acquired what technical upgrades you can for your equipment, made sure everything's running as well as possible, and able to do some slightly more things. I don't know if anything is of particular, like, big note that you want to point out and describe. But if not, then we can go ahead and take the camera over to a little bit outside of Siegebreaker, as a dwarf is walking along who, Ragnar, if you would like to describe yourself.
Oh. Give me a second.
Everybody's gonna have to do this again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
to
forgot what the
this
fuck
too.
armor I'm wearing. White dragon
Just
half
hammer.
plate. Okay. Well. Oh, I did actually do this. Okay, good. I'm a 4 footer. I'm a 4 foot or so tall dwarf. Red hair, green eyes, kind of usual dwarfish. Have a nice beard. But I am also a 4 foot tall dwarf wearing white dragon half plate armor, which should make me. Which should be. I can't remember how flashy Vasher made this, Eric. How flashy was the dragon armor?
Not at all. They had a bunch of
I
orcs
just remember
shove
that
that
Vasher
on,
always
so
made it really
everything's
flashy.
like jagged
Do you
edges
remember, Eric?
everywhere. Not particularly
Has this thing
flashy,
died?
it's orky in style. I think he can't hear
Can't hear
me.
what we're just saying. Wonderful. Give me a minute.
We'll get to that. I'll
Can he
repeat
hear
it.
any of us?
Probably not.
Ah, technical difficulty solved. Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
We could hear it to them, but he could not hear us.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yes.
No,
Thank
your
you.
dragon stuff, it was put together by the Bloodbreak orcs. They weren't exactly fancy about it. Everything's like jagged edges and very much like form over function for the outer part of your armor. At least where the
Sounded all
dragon
fancy, I said
portions are.
flashy. That
It's
sounds even worse.
spiky edges.
You got that barbarian dragon armor.
Yes. Fun.
Uh,
Anyway, so it's white dragon armor.
so
That's
I know we've kind of talked about this, but just for the sake of it being on camera, do you want to go over like your character's reasons for embarking to find this new guild hall, or leave it vague?
oh, do it. Basically,
I just had when we got there.
I felt the group was losing its sense of morals, as that the path to hell is paved with good intentions, and I had severe moral difficulties with their decision to open a portal to hell. As fuck, where's James' character's name again? A half demon,
Doesn't matter.
tiefling. It doesn't matter. Whatever the half demon thought, half devil. He was very specific. Whatever the half devil's reasons, I disagreed with them, and Vashnir's decision to go along with it made me lose faith with him. And so I have left to find a more honorable group. And this seemed like the way to go about it, as it is a group that is quite literally talking about reclaiming the honor and glory of the past.
Right.
This is very much a red flaming flag in front of the bull.
Well, that
Yes,
would be
come
for
here.
a different plane of hell entirely.
It doesn't really matter. Hell is hell.
They might care.
Also, it's lawyers. That's even worse. At least the other ones just want to kill you.
Regardless,
Yeah,
you
but you
are.
have different layers.
Say again, Eric?
I didn't hear Robert. I spoke over him. I said, go in.
I said, yeah, but there's different layers of lawyers.
So you've been traveling south for a while. For the most part, you've just been avoiding where the major skirmishes are happening to the west, and going along. And you are now coming upon the somewhat refurbished-looking Siegebreaker Keep. You can see a number of individuals running around. It's not mainly dwarven, and a lot of the people look very like this probably smells like a hippie commune. Got a lot of druids running around.
Well, hey, some of our main harvest is some very expensive herbs and spices, so it might actually smell. It might actually smell nice.
Actually, got something funny when he gets closer to the castle.
Ah, yes, fun.
But as you approach the gates, they are closed, and a guard up top will look down and yell at you. And what's your business?
I'm here to. Did they actually send out flyers?
Yes,
Yes.
all
made
drawn by
as
Sani.
Many as they could
Mm-hmm.
in this land before the printing press.
We made about 16 and got tired of it, basically, and shunted them places with Sanine's door.
Very possible.
Some of them we just sent off on birds.
Fly bird.
Not even trained birds,
Exactly.
just birds.
No, we let fate decide where they go.
If you want a flyer, you may have a flyer.
I have a flyer. I have come to join this guild I've heard about. The Reclaimers of Glory.
Very well, just a moment. And they'll kind of peter off, and then hear some cranking, and then the gates get lifted.
Can I do something funny as the gates open?
Be in the courtyard.
Oh no, it's gonna be in the courtyard of York just sprinting across because he asked Sanine to help him with fighting. And it's just gonna be him sprinting across away from her, screaming, "I didn't for this!"
So like someone's having
Sanine's
fun.
chasing him.
Well, I'm pretty sure Sanine's faster than him, so it's not much of a chase.
I can teleport.
Alright, that'll run out.
She could be playing cat and mouse.
Be a pain to catch.
She can purposely be going slow enough just to drive fear, but not enough to catch you.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Can she slingshot him?
What the?
Why
Oh
are
no!
you asking me?
You are boss.
Would you like to slingshot?
Yes.
Well, then, as per rules, you can either say flavor near misses, or you can
Like she's gonna try
roll
and
dice.
miss.
Oh, I'm gonna try to hit him. I didn't hit him.
What did you?
I got 13.
Oh no! I can dodge that. Ting. Block it.
But
Ah!
Come back here!
there's your introduction to your potential allies.
Some
Would you
people
like
are
to
having
describe-
fun over there.
You could describe York and Sanina for them.
Also that.
Oh, fair. So running away, screaming, "I didn't sign up for this," is a short, maybe 2 foot tallish lizard person known as a kobold. Bright orange, the orange scales, wearing some mostly looser and clothing and jacket with what looks like basic little pieces of armor hidden beneath. Right now, running with a saber in hand, just kind of like no, and just batting stones away as he runs away from the gnome behind him.
Running after him is a tiny little gnome who has red pigtails in her hair, chasing after him with a slingshot. She has mud all over her face. Her clothes are probably dirty and ripped.
She says tiny. She's bigger than me by 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
I'm out of sight soon, probably. I'm running.
She's running after him, so I'm assuming she's also out of sight soon.
To be honest, right now the camera's yours, Ragnar, so, like...
I'm assuming there's directions to the guild hall.
Looking
the brinker,
around, you can
on the
see like
section.
a major keep, and then off to the side, an actual like more guild hall looking thing connected to the side of it.
Well then, I'm off to go and find a guild master or whatever. I go off to go and find something vaguely. Who knows what the
Okay.
hell's going on?
So in that case, you can head off in that direction, and there will be a room with a desk at the front. And what appears to be a half-elf will look up and ask, "Hello there.
Hello.
What is it that you are, well, looking to join?"
Yes, indeed.
Okay, what can you do?
Well, I'm fairly decent at frontline combat. I was a part of that of the Band of Iron
Heard about
run
them.
Lord Bastions. Hmm. What do you say, Eric?
Said heard about them.
Yeah. I've only recently left that group. Until then, I was a hired man a hired god for Lord Vastia. I have a fair hand at healing, but I'm mostly frontline combat.
Alright, can you make a sort of display of any kind? Just so I've got something to actually, in a raffle a piece of paper, write down.
Kind of a display. Good bit of healing, good bit of combat. Would you prefer me to go and have a spa with someone?
Is wearing dragon armor.
Yes, he's wearing dragon armor.
Yeah, but he also mentioned Band of Iron, and like, once they got those dragons dead, that very quickly
It went at
became,
him.
yeah. Well, I what's your specialty? Are you like a martial type or a caster type?
I am a bit more of a martial fighter. Tend to be rather up close. I have some spells that can work quite well from a distance as well, but mostly up front.
Okay, let me word it this
Martial?
way. If you were trying to show me something impressive, like a spell of the fifth circle or something, I could write that down and that'd be an easy in for other people to go talk with you. But hitting things is a little bit harder to gauge.
I have a few 5th level spells, yes.
Oh, have any
Okay.
higher, or is that as far as you go?
That's as far as I go for now.
Ah. Well, if we could
Cast
step
upon this holy
outside and
weapon.
I could just have you cast one of them, and then that'd be enough, and then I could write it down, and then I could put this up the ladder, and
I'll be honest, Eric. I'm holy weapon, mass cure wounds. Either of those would work, or
Holy
does that
weapon
mean
would work.
actual like what?
Holy weapon would work.
Eric, as you know, I'm often working with spellcrafting in this case, and I'm working on a Wall of Stone variant, which I haven't submitted to you. Can they just hear like what sounds like rock just exploding somewhere and crumbling?
No, because you're probably doing that somewhere in a courtyard in the back of the keep. Like, it may be thinly heard, but for the most part, I'm assuming you're not making a giant mess for no reason.
Yeah, no, it would be in training grounds area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming we're there.
So you're just gonna walk out and say, I am going to cast this, and then you cast that.
Well, I
Whatever it
mean,
is
does
you
it
want
need
to
to be
cast.
actual like guiding bolt type thing, or can just holy weapon work?
Just whatever you think might look impressive if you flavor it.
Oh, why do that? Wonderful
Because
stipulations you put upon me.
creativity is part of this game.
Uh, oh yes, what a wonderful thing.
Just make your choice and
I
I'll
don't-
flavor it.
What?
Just
Okay,
make your choice
holy
and I'll
weapon.
flavor it. Alright. Do you activate your mace's acidity whenever you holy weaponify it, just because you're trying to show off?
No, because he specified the 5th level spell.
Alright, so it purely alone. Gotcha. So then you walk outside, perform your incantation, and what color would you say your magic is normally?
A very bright, vibrant white gold.
Alright. And your mace begins to shed this bright light in a very short radius around it. Trailing through the air, you can see little sparks of energy falling off of it onto the ground that at the point of contact, you can see some of the grass blades just kind of sizzle from the energy itself. Giving it a few swings, letting that leave a little slash in the air. The half-elf will kind of sit there and go, yep, okay, that looks pretty legitimate. And what is it that you're looking to, or what role are you looking to fill in this guild? Said martial type, so I imagine adventure assault.
Indeed.
Right. Well, a 5th tier is a little bit beyond our normal training things we currently have established. But I can point you in the direction of individuals that might know what to do with you better.
As he faintly hears in the distance.
Well, I'd be mighty thankful for that.
Alright, Ty, yeah, and they'll take out a piece of paper and scrawl something down. This is just to say that you've already been verified, you're not just some rat catcher running around. Yeah, take this, and if you can find him outside, there should be a gnome about yay high, and then he'll describe Sanina, and a kobold about yay high, except it's about the same height because he's accounting for ears for some reason.
Oh, I think I saw them.
They would work,
Everything-
and
my ears were
there's-
not that high. They were down for speed.
so they were flopping about like a horrific Jar Jar Binks.
Exactly.
Gotcha. And your other option is there should be a dwarven gentleman, may or may not be stony. That is Jackson. And he looks about like that. And he'll describe Jackson, who will have to describe himself later.
Alright, well, I think I'll go look for the dwarven gentleman, as the gnome and the kobold seem to be otherwise occupied with training.
If in that case, maybe look behind the keep some ways. I think they were working on something. And, if you end up joining, tell your friends. Especially if there are any others from, a bunch of people leaving the other group, because that'd be a good boon to our numbers.
Very well, I'll make sure I do that.
Disclaimer, not many other people left the group. Why? It was mainly orcs. Okay. Going to try to find Jackson?
Yes.
Alright. Heading around behind the keep, it's not too long before you see somebody doing a bunch of magic-y stuff. That seems to fit the general description.
So Jackson?
Crawling, pretty much crawling out of a wall of stone dust at this point, kind of coughing it up and then prestidigitating himself clean. Hail. You have before you a 5-foot-tall dwarf who looks like he's made out of just stone on the skin, wearing a full, wearing a displacer, a full black cloak from a displacer beast. There we go. Tongue, please work.
A de blah blah.
Not armored like most dwarves, just pretty much just in a what looks decently high quality clothing, but also made for practicality and movement. Very, say, aside from being very tall for a dwarf, also very broad and wide in general. Probably one of the biggest dwarfs you've ever seen in this case, but not full dwarf. So
In case you didn't know, I have no idea what a displacer beast is, so I'm just imagining
Panther,
a
3
Harry
legs, pitch
Potter
black.
mentor.
yeah. Now take a pitch black plant. Yeah, pitch black panther.
15 clues.
Yeah, and it sits there and kind of also shifts back and forth, like you can't make out a target clearly.
Wait, what? I thought you said a cloak of this. Is it just an actual beast just on her
It
back?
has an effect that
Oh,
causes
look.
him to go all vibratey.
Interesting. Okay then.
As I walk, I basically have like a slight after image, almost displacing where I actually am.
For the most part, for your mental image, for the love of God, just ignore it.
Yeah,
Very well then.
but yeah,
It's a headache.
it's a black eyes, long black beard, slicked black hair. Yeah.
Yeah, and well met. So you are Sir Stonewall, correct?
All right.
My name
can
is
go.
Ragnar Fireforge. I've decided to come join your guild, and I was
Ah.
directed to talk to you about the possibility of that you might know how to better put me to work, as apparently being able to use spells of up to the 5th level is a bit more than what the other groups have.
Well, that's more than what most people have. That's where I'm looking at myself.
Indeed.
But that's obvious qualification enough. So, what are you comfortable doing? You look well armored. Stopping a second. Very well armored. Feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
You probably have, sir. I was a member of the Band of Iron under Savashnia.
Ah, Vasnir's lot. Well, a friend of Vasnir's can be a friend of mine at any time.
Hmm.
Any reason you leave there?
Ragnar grimaces a bit. There were some. I felt that there were some moral differences.
Was it the orcs?
No, in fact, although they were much, but they could be put under control. No, the Vashnia had gained the loyalty of a half-devil. The half-devil had managed to convince Savashnia that opening a portal to hell for a trade and possible reinforcements, such as there is in Galadrius, was a good idea. I disagreed, but I was overlooked. And as they
Excuse
say,
me
What?
1 second. Just
Very
take out his axe and go just demolish a chunk of rock in the background. Few dwarven curse words. Okay. I will have to have a talk with Vashnir and Lord Rockhollow at some point later about this matter, because that sounds just like the worst
Ew.
idea.
indeed.
Look, I come up with a lot of bad ideas, and that sounds bad coming from running by me.
Yes. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. In this case, the
Oh.
road to hell is paved with
The road to hell, literally.
yes.
See, I don't like
But
that
it's
phrasing,
not.
though, because we have good intentions here. And
Yes.
personally, I don't plan on opening a hell portal or having anything to do with that, aside from potentially curve stomping them if they try to invade our realm.
That sounds far better to me. Yes, that's why I left.
Hmm.
They had not yet managed it by the time I'd left, but it has been a little bit. So maybe they have, maybe they haven't yet. But
Yes, I'll definitely have to have some words with them about that. But less about that, more about you.
indeed.
So, Band of Iron, well armored.
I was
You
a
already
bit of
made.
a
They sent you to come find me, so you must have good criteria already. Come. Look up at the sky. Yeah, looks about lunchtime to me.
Accurate.
Let's have you talk over some food with me.
Sounds well enough for me. Do you have a preferred tavern, or is there a guild hall to go and eat?
We got
Course,
a
there's
big
guild
hall.
Is there a food hall inside the guild that you'd prefer
We
to
got
go to?
We got a food hall. We can also just kind of sit around and eat anywhere. So
You have a cafeteria. You also have a tavern. I'm, at this point, assuming you've brought Valen here. Never really got that confirmed, so don't really know.
just
I
forced
kidnapped him in his
Valen
sleep.
here.
You kidnapped him
Literally
in the
just-
night,
Literally
hope-
just
Yeah, I
open
put
the
a bag
door.
over his head and I drug him here.
I
and then
helped.
you calmly asked the
deserved
robot
it.
to come along.
He just said yeah.
He listens to me.
So, in other words, yes, you kidnapped Valen, and then you came back and went, "Oh hey, come here." Do.
That's exactly right.
Cool. Now I
Listen,
know.
he deserves a little bit of shit if he actually did what he did.
The screams of a gnomish woman could be heard across the country.
So you guys have a tavern that's doing pretty well and has an unnecessarily intimidating bouncer.
Oh yeah, you can see our
Oh,
robots.
that's right. No, we left the robot. He has to be the bouncer for your tavern.
Yeah,
Unless all of them moved here.
Well,
he
her
was keeping guard.
sister would not wanted to have come along. Your mother wanted
No,
to be
absolutely.
there.
She wasn't invited. Kim wasn't invited. She's evil.
Accurate.
Is the one opening the hell portal for them.
Oh God.
Inaccurate.
I hope.
Regardless. So, shall we eat?
Yes, I'll shout up at someone at the tower. Sound a bell for lunch.
You see him scramble for a minute, trying to look over their stuff for like, do I have a lunch bell? No.
I picture it's a gong at the top of a tower.
They find one of those warning bells, and they go, dong, except it's a little bit too much, and they get worried, and then you see other people get worried, and then they go, oh no, find
No,
a smaller one.
it's not. It's not
Tiny
the war
kobold and
bell.
gnome head
It's
pop off the top of a tower.
not
Like
the
what?
war bell. It's the lunch bell. I told you those are separate.
There's just a stressed-looking druid at the top, and they're going, ding.
Ping.
And they just slink.
The lunch bell, the lunch gong, and the war bell are different.
What's the
Gregor's just
difference?
Smiling.
They sound remarkably the same.
Eerily the same.
They're two different instruments.
Are they?
Yes, one is a bell, the
How?
other is a gong. Also, get down here and eat lunch with us.
You're not my boss.
I
Didn't
technically
we join
am.
the guild?
I'm the god here.
That's what it hurts. Like, didn't we join the guild though?
Not mine, only Yorick's.
He's not mine.
God's level surpasses boss.
But you chose to join, putting yourself on. That's not important. Food is important now, isn't it?
Fine. I'm your boss. You carry me downstairs.
Let's go look at her and go, about that.
Jumps on his bag.
I was going to say, it jumps. I was going to say, I'm about to jump off a tower.
Strength
I have
check.
a parachute. God, I didn't grab my dice. I should have grabbed my dice.
She can be a bit much to handle, but she's really good at stabbing things. Like, really, really good at stabbing things.
Doesn't
Just-
weigh a
okay,
Okay,
lot.
I have the
Wow.
ultimate
Season
bailout. I have the ultimate bailout.
Honestly, it's probably a really good thing that we grabbed her, otherwise she'd probably be in jail by now.
Accurate.
Didn't even need to say it.
She met. Right.
What am I rolling?
Check, because Sanita's heavy enough to where if she catches you off guard with your tiny kobold knees,
15.
you're very strong.
No, 5.
Never mind. Flunk.
That's a big difference.
It looked like a 1, but it was a glare on the dice.
On the ground, Sanita. As soon as you jump on for piggyback.
Ow.
You don't know. Well, you feel oddly insulted.
How dare you?
I roll us off the tower. I'm just kidding. I didn't actually roll us off the tower.
He just rolls himself off the tower.
I would like to cheat and like let my coat catch the wind and use my fun little coat to make a parachute and parachute down.
It goes for more like a glider thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
You do not take fall damage.
Yeah.
You next, Anina.
To lunch.
Come on. Before it gets cold.
Nina's not jumping down.
Show off entirely too much. Jump off the tower. Activate your stone. Land on the ground. End the farm.
Yes.
She'll catch up. She'll catch up if she wants food.
I will not.
I'm taking them over. I'm taking
He's
them over to
gonna
the lunch
walk
hall.
down the tower.
I don't know what Max just said.
She said She said she was gonna walk down the tower.
Alright. People go there for lunch. Today it's a salad day. Someone needs to
Fuck
speak with the
you.
druids. It's been salad day for the last 5 days. Yorick gets
I'm gonna go
special.
find the kitchen.
Yeah, Yorick gets special shit because they know his dietary restraints. They're taking care of.
Yeah.
Oh
But
shit, then I'm good.
everybody else, though,
Okay. Valen, where are you back? I know you're somewhere in here.
hear a light flute melody in the distance. Stop.
I know I asked you to talk to the druids. Don't make me get Sanine in here to talk to you. It's been salad day for an entire week. At least add some soup with it.
Galen will just
And bread.
arrive looking confused. Why are you yelling at me for it?
Because you were the one delegated to talk to them for this matter.
What? It was just the... Nah, okay.
Listen, Sanine's gonna be here quick. I give you this last chance. Go talk to the druids and skedaddle before she gets here. And we'll make do a salad for today. But if
Yeah,
I come
what?
back here tomorrow and there's more and it's salad again, well, you'll have to deal with your sister.
You talk to your mom about that, but I'm gonna walk away.
She's not the one making the salads.
Wanna
You are.
bet?
She makes the stuff in the ground.
I'm gonna
She
like
doesn't prepare them.
sidle up to him and put my arm around his shoulder and just say, "All right, Valen, real quick, thought here. What's Sanine gonna do when she gets salad again?"
It's not my problem.
Hold on, no, just hear me out. Hear me out. What's Sanine gonna do when she gets salad again?
Probably beat you up.
Are you sure? Cause you're here now.
Yeah, but... Come on.
I don't know. She seemed kind of cross with you. Just think about it. I'm gonna go eat.
Right.
She might take it out on both of you.
Makes himself scarce.
That's fair.
Talk to the druids about getting meat.
This is interesting.
Aye. We've
Oh,
just been kind of
shoot.
living as we're going.
I spent
Still-
many a year eating only food made from great food and drink. That's all I was saying.
Aye, I spent nearly
food
a
and
year
water.
wandering the woods.
Yes, I spent many a year eating just food and great made from the spell, great food and water. Salad is
Aye.
just fine.
I spent nearly a year living off good berries.
Anything
Just
else
look
is
up
nice.
from
isn't
whatever
it?
I'm eating right now in horror.
At this point in time, it seems to be some sort of a pig thing.
Like, why?
He has a special case where he cannot eat vegetables for some reason.
Does that include spices?
If they're made of vegetables, it's weird. It's
I
like
look down sadly at my salted pork.
also
Poor man.
the is it restricted to is it vegetables? Does fruit count? Can you not eat fruit?
Plants.
All plants. Ah, yes. Yeah. It just happened one day, so
Is it contagious?
no. He drank something, changed
Ah,
him.
that sounds rather miserable.
Yes.
He also
Really?
used
It's the
hairy.
lesser of two evils at this point.
Was there anything useful come out of whatever you drank?
Yeah, I don't die as easily.
Very
Are you,
useful.
are you more durable or just heal faster?
A bit more durable, I think we found over time.
He used to be like 6 feet tall.
He used to be a bugbear. But then he died. He got better though, kind of.
But I brought
He's
him back to
called
life, so now I'm
Reincarnation?
his god.
Yeah, we had an amulet.
That
I
sounds
had an
fairly
amulet.
Kind of
useful.
staring, kind of haunted at his food for a second.
It was
Yeah, we actually
supposed to be for me.
Continues to slowly gnaw on food in a slightly sadder tone, in a slightly sadder method now.
so,
I
so
brought
what
him
had
back and
happened
he doesn't even listen to me.
so what had happened was we actually when me and Vashner first met, we ended up raiding a castle together. It was during the worm crisis there. We sieged it back, took it there, became Vashner's property. One of the spoils of that conquest was an amulet that did reincarnation, of which for Valen's service to us and also want to protect his sister, I gave it to him. And then Valen left us for a while, so we gave it back to Sanine to use on one of us. Or herself.
Question, hold on. Attic, is that the amulet from like the beginning of this goddamn campaign? Not the campaign, not this campaign. From the like
Characters?
two
Yeah.
characters back for me.
Yeah.
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 That one.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
finally
They
got
used it
used.
pretty quickly.
No, it got used a long time ago to revive
Ah.
Yorick. That's why Matt's alive.
Mm-hmm.
That one thing is down there.
That brings up an interesting question. Why are you talking to him personally? Like, normally I kind of get sorted around. Was it just luck of the draw this time, or?
I can use some fairly powerful spells, and they felt that Sir Stonewall here would have a better idea of what to do with me than
You can
some of
drop
the
the
other
syrup,
groups
by
would.
the way.
What'd you say?
You can drop the syrup, by the
Ah.
way. I don't really care about that.
Very well then.
Unless we're dealing with some kind of public court or actual official matter, you're good.
In which case, I shall mostly stay silent if you don't mind, sir.
Are you a sir
I
even then, though?
Negative.
Honestly, look, I'm a bastard child. They mostly ignore me. If I'm called upon, it's probably because they'll probably want to execute or blame us for something.
But can we blame Sanit?
No, they will want it solved by dwarven matters likely and blame me. Unless she has personally done something to them, in which case they will likely associate us with her and want our heads as well.
Not that I know of.
So always back on our head. Okay, got it. Got it.
Is that
Or
likely?
nobility. Not likely. We haven't done anything to cause it yet. The dwarven nobility is not a fan of, well, my existence, because I'm a bastard child. They're also not really a fan of my father as well, but that's because he's a bit more free and kind of does what he wants a bit more than everyone else.
I'll admit my knowledge of dwarven politics is rather limited, as I'm actually not even from here, as I
Ah, interesting.
was hired by Sir Stonewall, Sir Vashnia, over in Kinglegrad, where I was stuck for many years.
I pity you.
It is very expensive. That is why I was living off of great food and water. it's very nourishing, but very bland.
Well, sounds like the two young lords you've encountered are not cut from the standard cloth. That if you get too close to the other nobles, you might get a bit of a scent in the air. That's the shit in their beard from having the head up their ass.
Ah, wonderful. I know what it said something about that the king himself, his Throne King, was ignoring the crisis entirely. I was just convinced that, despite the horrible abominations wandering about, that it was just two groups of dwarves fighting each other.
Aye, we had a similar thing when Lord Vashna there, he sent us some aid. Took a whole, I guess, legion of your air troops with him when we fought a necromancer near the southern border of, well, near the Forbidden Zone actually. Whole army there had to rally some troops. Vashna was the only one that sent a response and was not levied by money or favors. Simply came out of honor to help a friend, and also, yeah, stopping a necromancer army is probably a big deal that needs to be taken care of.
Big an army did the necromancer raise? Actually managed to raise.
Few thousand.
A lot.
Few thousand.
A
That
lot.
sounds like a bit of a
Let's go with a lot.
deal.
Also had a giant walking flesh castle thing.
Flesh castle?
The
More like
castle wasn't made
more
of
like a
flesh.
manor.
It was animated, but
It
not
was-
made of
it was-
flesh.
No, it wasn't the surrounding. Eric wasn't the surrounding actual like legs and stuff using to animate it, like bone and flesh and stuff.
It was a good-sized manor house that was being carried around by bits of reanimated giant.
Okay, that's what it was.
Oh, see.
No, no.
Fair.
Yep, sorry. Yeah. Bit of distinction there. Yes, he's correct. No. The manor itself was not made of undead stuff. It was being carried around by animated undead stuff, like giants and other mixtures.
Yeah. That sounds
Yeah.
rather horrific.
It was most disgusting. But
Her.
Dwarven Alliance, Vashnir's aid, our small little crew, and Vashnir himself actually invading the manor took care of it.
Yes. Well, I admit that when Vashna decides that something must die, it tends to die rather rapidly.
I accidentally almost killed him.
You did?
Yes.
Oh my.
You ever been near one? You ever seen those giant shrimp near the river?
No. I can't say
Alright.
I've had that pleasure.
You'll probably see me turn into a shrimp and evaporate something at some point. We'll save that for then. It'll be a neat surprise. Also, if it appears that someone cast some kind of mind magic on me while I'm like that, if you can dispel that magic in any way, you really should.
I have a few options that should work really well for that.
Speaking of while you're here, a bit more of your fortes.
Well, I'm usually rather close combat, martial, a warrior myself, but I have a fair number of good healing spells. Well, like I just said, I do have spells that can I have both lesser and greater restoration to help resolve any such problem, as well as many spells that can make my weapon do a great deal of damage. But mostly I'm good for fighting at the front. But if need be, I can stay back and heal if I'm not the most proficient at it. I do have access to some rather good spells for that.
Oh, thank God somebody else can.
Oh, that is wonderful to hear. You fill a perfect slot that we've been missing. York, you're someone that can actually do some more healing aside from you trying to run and hide and not get murdered.
You know, you found a way to make it real insulting.
Things like to try and murder you specifically for some reason more than the rest of us. Even when Sanine
Because
is
they're healing
stabbing something in... Sanine can be stabbing something in the gut and will try to murder you.
Because damage is damage, but seeing someone else keeping the party up makes a difference.
Yeah.
But yes.
I've just accepted at this point. I've angered the gods somehow, and they hate me.
And
Well, we have a whole-
also, I do have some spells that if need be. Well, you said that Janine was quite good at stabbing, you say?
Very.
Well, I have some spells that can go on upper damage as well, if you need me to be more at the back. Yes? Allow her to go
Make
on
me hurt
deal
more.
more damage? Yes. 2 different
Eh.
spells for that.
This is the first I've heard Sanine speak. Is that her just arriving quietly behind him?
She's just
Sanine, how?
watching him.
What is Sanine's impression of having a salad in front of her again for like 6th or 7th day in a row?
Each day is a different salad.
She's not happy about it. She's going to look for the man who gave her salad. After she politely asked them yesterday not to give her another one.
And even after the combat is over, I'm also rather proficient in medicine as well. I know many healing. Good for healing, yes?
We've been missing.
That's
We've
good.
been lacking a man of faith in this group.
Ragnar smiles, yes.
Man of
Perfect.
faith.
I have. Well, no, never mind.
What he has
You
described
mean to
sounds like a
challenge
cleric
my
to me.
authority?
She thinks I don't know what her delusions are.
I believe they're called delusions of grandeur.
Yes, that.
I am a god.
Ragnar just blinks at her a few times. So you are. Nods his head a little.
Delusions, if they're accurate.
I was curious to say until proven otherwise, though. Can we prove her wrong?
Nope.
Ragnar's not going to fight it.
Well,
If she wants to
You
claim
shouldn't.
godhood, she can go and claim godhood. As long as she's not going to try to start demanding sacrifices, he's going to let it go.
well,
My sacrifices are to me.
they're currently
I throw a
ahead
chunk
of
of
Lettuce.
pork at her. Sacrifice!
What do you say, Robert?
Currently, her sacrifice is a plate of lettuce.
Evil. This is
But it's okay.
holy.
Yorick threw a piece of pork at her. Okay, I think we should. Before we have another food fight in here, that's basically just getting shredded lettuce and other vegetables on the floor everywhere. I don't know about you, but I've been kind of bored for the last little while, and I'm kind of hitting my head against a wall, literally, with some of my spell crafting. Let's go see if we've got any. Let's go see if we've got any orders or tasks to be able to do. If not, let's go find something to do. Guild stuff. See if we
Guild
got any
stuff.
mission. See if we got a mission. If not, we're gonna go make one.
Okay. Well, what exactly are you looking for? Because they probably have like little like requests here and there, but there's also like we have a lead on a thing or things like that.
If we say if we have leads or any like known task, like anything known for the local area that needs to be taken care of.
The local area is basically go over here and assist the soldiers for the most part.
What are
Like,
the
that's the
big? Are
thing
there any
that's
main?
really
Yeah.
on their mind.
Bigger things we got in terms of
But
You
that
said leads of something?
leads. We got any leads, sir?
looking over the stuff that your information gatherers have managed to get, it looks like there have been some, like somebody broke through something in Spire, which is the big ass mountain at the brain that the Belanue capital is built at the base of.
Belanue is the Elven
Elfland.
land, correct? Okay.
Stonewall just sifting through the things that are there available. Oh,
That
Okay,
one
well-
looks like it probably has the greatest rewards from the things you currently have access. If you don't want to go like play with the politics and warfare stuff happening at the moment.
nah, we'll leave the warfare to other people. We're
The
specific.
people
One of the
suited for it.
specific.
Well,
One of the specific things that we are supposed to not be is a standing army. We're supposed to be free of political intent and such. More so, just trying to do what is right. So
Are you talking to me in character or out
No.
of character?
no, this is not Stonewall's voice.
Okay.
No, that
well,
was distinguishing to Eric.
Mhm.
All right. So biggest risk, biggest reward, least politics involved at the moment. Who wants to go to
you make it
Elfland?
sound like you want to keep him in our group and give him an accurate take on what would happen.
Fun
Maybe.
is pretty fun.
Simple. If you're working with us, you get paid a fair due.
Any?
Sounds good to me. Actually, did Vashner actually give me money when I left?
You want to shoot a message to Medina? Because I'm sure he would if you ask.
Because I know it's been a long time since I actually was told I actually got money.
Like if you send him a
I just forgot
message, he
about it.
may even be able to respond now and just be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I'm leaving the Band of Iron. Can I get a severance package?"
Like,
For services rendered. Because they at least have your base payment you were negotiated.
I'm
And-
sure he'll just give you.
Oh, I know
Oh.
Medina, but Vashner probably would just toss that out.
Or,
Oh,
you know,
all right.
that's also accurate. Jodak, since Thaddeus is saying messages, is able to access the fucking treasury. He can give you
I'll,
money.
I'll probably write to Vashnir at some point in between our time off here about the help portal of what Stonewall would send an actual letter for as well, to send things to Vashnir.
Okay.
Yeah. So hey, yeah. See how much Dylan gets paid here. But okay. Anyone been to Bellanue before?
I have. Wait, have I?
I
Or is that my last character? I think it's me. Yes, I was made because I had the rods, the immovable rods, portable hole,
You know what? What do you think, Eric? Would I have been there?
bag of holding.
Where?
Bellanue.
Well, anyway,
Illinois capital?
I know I mentioned Salica as a big area of it, but
Yeah.
I am unsure.
Yeah, you probably would have been there. By and large, the people are very, like, eh. There's not a lot of spirit. They have the
They're very-
longevital thing, but they're more like, yeah, because of it,
They have the long life, but they don't have the life to fill it.
basically. So unless
very-
you run across a more rare individual that's actually like, I'm doing things, a lot of them are like, I'm at my store again. Day 3452. Hello there. How would
They're
How would you
very-
like to sustain? How would you like to sustain my everlasting life of misery?
You might be able to back me up here on this. They're very just in existence. That's it. That's the best I can describe them.
Well, maybe the people for this whatever incident is will be a little less or at least
Most of them were very excited. They just kind of wander through their day half dead.
That sounds absolutely depressing.
It is actually. That's probably why I didn't stay too long. Or at
Anyway,
least stay there too long in the main capital.
well, we don't have to stay there long after the task at hand unless there's something else that demands it. Sort through the task. Is there anything along the way, such as just helping some soldiers in some instances that we could probably just breeze through in terms of
looking over your map and asking your info person, basically they're gonna say that the fastest route you can actually take is heading directly south to Kingograd capital, and then paying a teleportation person to warp you directly to Illinois capital. Overland, that's a hell of a journey, and shit's happening, so bandits are about things like that. You could make it, but it would take a long time. As for things
Would you know how much the teleport costs by chance?
that, you know, films work.
I know, but there's normally a base to pull from.
and
Your
then they raise it.
normal one's probably around 1200, but if they take you for a mark, you're looking at probably like whatever they think they can get from you.
Fair.
Got it. Sanina looks homeless. We can use her as a representative.
What?
Sanina, we got you nice. We got you nice clothes, and you tore them up. Also,
I bathed last week.
was it
I
in
bathed
water?
last night.
Is it in mud? That's what it looks like.
No.
Not you, her.
I bathed last week.
Was it in water?
Yes.
Clean water?
I don't know the answer to that.
Would you like to be prestidigitated now of the mud?
Well, I mean, when did it make it?
Yes.
Look, she's gonna get dirty again on the way over there. This will just make it more pleasant for the ride over. Snap his
I
fingers,
like
clean
rolling
her
the
off.
dirt.
Stonewall snap his fingers for prestidigitation and just poof all the dirt off. Okay. So, anything along the way to Kinklegrad, though, that we can make a quick trip by.
Okay.
Help.
Kinklegrad will be a very quick trip, remember? We'll be there in a few minutes after we take off.
Yes, we have a door. However, there's also, if we can look at it and make a few pit stops along the way, we can still help people out.
Where you guys are is that nice little sweet spot in between River and Royal Capital Lands. Royal Capital Lands don't have a lot of problems, as a general note. And anything near the river is more like warfare stuff. And with an actual, like, Vatican military presence there, bandits are kinda iffy about raiding.
Thank you, info notes. Sitting there just
They're
looking
very
through
smart
everything.
about not jumping in and dying.
Oh, okay. So, yep, nope, I guess we'll be there. I guess we'll be there tomorrow. Actually, within the hour if we really want to. Well, yeah, not gonna lie. We could either spend several months on the ground, or we can take Sanina's door.
So is there a
I
better
love that
reason to
you're-
take the ground route?
Not really, aside from helping out some small instances along the way. However, we can send a few other people to go deal with that, and
Gives them
Well,
good
it's-
practice in starting off.
it'll give some other people some practice. Yes.
Well, I mean, it's a matter of, is it worth it to send a powerful group to do what a lesser group can do?
Not in this case, no.
Yes.
Oh, yes. We haven't gone over our abilities for much for you, aside from telling Sanina can stab people really good.
The magic money giver in the server says that, yeah, you got it.
I use a lot of magic to make things blow up, several different elements. I can swap a few druidic spells around, but mostly I use elemental magic. Basically, I will try to avoid hitting you with a fireball if possible.
Actually, my armor is quite reactive to that, actually. And that's if you go and lightly singe it. All my weapon would then go and do fire damage as well.
Okay, well, let me know if you want me to hit you in the blast of the quad. We can work that out.
It doesn't have to be full on hit so much as a light spark.
Look,
then
you're in
also
the zone
gonna
of
be-
a fireball. You're in the zone of a fireball.
There's a
You wanna
nearby
be hit?
candle if you want to show off your shit.
York, would you like to describe yourself or your capabilities?
I would have at one point described myself differently. Now I'm just kind of
He's here.
a filler. I fill in a bunch of random roles at this point,
He's
Mostly
in between
healing
class milestones.
and helping out support. Listen, I walked out with a skill set when I joined, and now it's really not the skill set I now have.
He's kept us alive a lot.
What skill set did you start out with?
I was a very good storyteller and illusionist.
What set do you have now?
You're not anymore.
Well, I still have the storytelling and illusion, but it kind of fell on the side after trying to keep
what?
everyone alive.
I kept you alive.
No, you didn't keep me alive. That's the problem.
Well, from the sound of it, you didn't. Although you
It was
did go and bring him back to life, which is thus in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
technical differences. Anyway,
I
Sanina,
think
you
I'd
want to
bring
make
it
a door?
back.
Anyone got any discrepancies? Sanina, you good to make a door?
I'm good to make a door.
Okay.
Door to Kinglegrad.
Heading to Kinglegrad. Where you go?
Where go?
Where go? Like what
Hmm.
district?
We supposed to go to Rich People District?
Probably not. You're probably just gonna go to like
That
the
same
middle
time.
district, probably, where you can find a magic shop that can teleport you.
We got that one tavern we
where's
went to a few times.
Let's just go to the tavern.
Okay.
Maybe Sanine can get something other than a salad.
The district was that in?
I think it was
That
somewhere
was in the
middle.
same district as that magic store we got. It was just over by the docks. It was near the dock entrance to that district.
I'm just trying to remember if that was middle or lower.
I think it was
think it was
middle
like-
because we got a high. We got like a level. We got a scry spell in that district.
Okay.
And then we went towards the
It was where the purple magic
dock
shop was.
entrance of that.
All right.
Sonua will holler at someone that they're going to be heading off.
Taking that
Pretty much.
quest.
Yeah, they say taking this one. Let his parents know. Estimated time of return unknown.
I don't know.
Man, I hope none of us have walked in on the parents.
That's
That's a
up to
dirty thought.
Eric.
You'll only know the answer to that in your dreams or nightmares.
I'm not going to think about it, so I'll be good.
Remember to press to digitate the tables.
4 times. Just to be
4
sure.
or 40?
However many
4.
you feel comfortable with.
Fair.
So 400.
All right.
People send jobs.
Well.
You guys are established adventurers. This is kind of what you do.
Yep.
Pretty much just letting them know, hey, we're going through Sanina's door.
Okay, doorway, Sinina. Inner, outer.
Mm-hmm. Let's go outer so we don't startle people.
All right.
I think it'd only start if we went in somebody's room. Otherwise, we're just going in the main tavern.
Traditionally, yeah.
But we could literally go inside somebody's room.
You head into the
Must be
city
the curve today.
and the streets are empty.
Yeah, it was not preferred inherently. Oh boy, that's not good.
And you can hear the sound of roaring and large weapon emplacements being fired off.
That doesn't sound good.
I look to the skies.
Looking
Is
to
that
the
Attica?
yes, looking to the skies, you can see what appears to be a gem dragon in combat with a couple sky ships.
That don't look good. That really don't look good.
Is that the only
This
thing?
one
that we can...
is a sapphire one.
That
Yeah, I
almost
remember
did it
that.
badly last time we saw that.
Is that the only one that's in the area? Or
At
does
this
it sound
point in
like there's
time.
more? Well, I mean, it's
Uh,
at this point. Okay, sure.
Oh crap, they're probably going to raise the price of teleportation due to that. Hmm.
Oh fuck, they are.
Gnomish face in the backdrop. Absolutely.
Sitting there rubbing his hands.
Smiling unreasonably large.
Are we going to do anything about that?
How high
Or
up
we
is
just
that,
want
Eric?
to go-
Do you think you could fight a dragon?
They look like they're trying to keep it away
I've done
from
it
the actual
before.
building, so it's probably a solid like 500-600.
I've done it before,
Also,
but that is also rather
How are we
high.
getting up there? I was gonna say. Also, point 2. How are we getting up there? I can get up there. I don't think anybody else can get up there.
I have fly.
Well, if we cripple a wing,
I don't
Are
have.
we
I
just
can't make a shot. I can't make that shot.
well, he just said he has fly. If he cripples a wing,
I have to check if fly is 1 minute or 10 minutes.
10. Yeah, but
Alright.
then he's up there
or
alone.
we can just go and
It's swinging
teleport away.
Dragon. Like bravery is one thing, but idiocy is another.
Also,
Dragon's
for
not the worst thing in the world.
also, have you been hit by an Attica warship bolt?
Yes.
No.
Not
I know you were. I know you've been hit. I was hit too.
No, I rolled the nat 1. I was all but directly hit.
I know. I know. Okay, so they really fucking hurt if you get hit by a boar bolt, and also up there is in the blast range.
Fair enough.
Listen, one ship can take on a dragon.
Hmm.
At
Alright,
least we
so
saw
moving
one
on
ship
then.
take on a dragon before.
Or would you prefer to wait until after the dragon is dead and hope that wait the night and hope that they lower the prices of teleporting away?
In fairness, the other dragon fight you saw was more of a like active attack ship. These look more like defensive, so they don't quite have the same amount of like attack potential, but they can take hits better and manage where things are going better. So it looks like a more drawn out fight than that one, but things are still not on the dragon side.
No, they're still set up to win.
Well then.
Okay.
Hmm.
How about we kind of get over to that purple place pretty quickly? What do you guys think?
Anyway, hear me out on another idea.
Yes.
We go to where this thing's gonna land and loot what we can before other people can.
I have a bag of holding.
I think I vaguely remember them shattering on impact.
Well, we can pick up its sapphire remains. It's blue. Only blue gem I know is sapphire off the moment, unless it's a weird mineral discoloring. But that's more of a technicality. Anyways, let's go pick up its dead body. We'll probably sell that for something.
Is it actual sapphires? Or
I don't. Yeah, I'm
then
not sure
again,
how these.
it's still part of a dragon, so I mean, even if it's not actual sapphires, it's still probably worth a fair amount.
We're going to a magic shop. We
Just
could probably
ask
sell it for a
yourselves,
lot.
is it worth risking Attica?
I can take a couple.
I don't know
hits.
what their policies are.
Listen, if they send us a message saying to back away, we will oblige them. If not, we take shit.
Also, this is Kinglgrad.
Okay.
You know for a fact that there will be a swarm there as well.
Yes.
I
So
don't know.
I
Attica kind of
highly doubt
cancels.
this is the first part.
Attica's kind of the exception to a lot of rules, I feel like.
Look, you two don't have to come if you don't want to, but I'm going to try
Oh
and
no,
get
I'm
I'm
going.
going if you're going. It's just.
I already volunteered my bag of holding to help with this.
I was referencing to York and Snina, not you. You seemed like you were. Anyway, let's get running.
Going
Run.
towards the combat.
Yes.
Apparently.
All right,
Very predicted it may land.
heading as much toward that as you can. It's largely taking place over the docks at the moment, and the plan of run over there and grab shit has obviously entered other people's minds, as there is a crowd watching from what they believe is minimum safe distance.
Inside, I can tell.
The fight continues on for probably about a minute or so whenever it begins to look like the dragon is very quickly losing. And it begins to crater down toward a nearby area. As it does so, you can see that through a variety of the bolts and just getting rammed by a fucking ship, bits and pieces of it have broken off, and whereas the vast majority of it is heading for the river, there is basically just a rain of gemstones in your current area. Which the crowd
City?
is fucking going for. So
You're fast as hell. Rush, City, rush, you're fast.
Have your bag open if any land in there.
I did.
Can I go grab loot?
well, it's more
I
of
think we're
a
hoping.
seeing how much you can get before the, rest of the crowd.
It's
Yeah, I
okay.
think we're all helping. It's just good to know she's the fastest.
Hang
And
on,
faster than most people by a good bit.
I would,
I'm gonna go
I would
so
like-
fast.
I would like to cast haste on Dylan to make the bag man twice as fast.
Okay.
Okay, I'd
I don't have a
say
lot.
both of you make acrobatics checks then.
Also,
Speed.
I'd like the D door over there just ahead of other people. Not D door, Misty Step. Just poof.
19.
Okay, again, most of it's going in the water, but from
That's
the.
fair.
I heard an
I was debating something. I decided
just-
against using a 5th level spell at the moment.
All right. As the dock area has a gemstone rain and individuals are rushing forward, Ragnar got a 19, right?
Yeah.
Senina gets a
What am I rolling for?
Gems.
acrobatics.
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 Shiny things. Go for shiny things. That should honestly just give you plus 50, right?
I got that one.
Oh,
Alright.
God.
And Jackson acrobatics because is nimbly picking things up.
Can I use my shield as a shovel?
That'll be factored into your roll.
Okay.
I suppose I'll help.
All right.
He teleported away.
All right.
I meant not help him. I meant help gather gems in general.
Okay, and that's another check for you.
Oh shit.
All right. 15 for Stone Man.
All right.
Well, it might not be bad. My acrobatics is decent. At least,
Could we have done a strength check instead to go and just push past the people who try and come forward?
21.
Only if you want them to run the risk of trampling you.
I teleported
21.
ahead of him.
How's that?
So altogether, you all running around grabbing what you can. You
Oh.
manage to get about 260 in Sapphire.
Gold
Altogether.
worth or just
Everybody has about 260 total.
All of us
Bag
have it?
holding whoever that is.
Total,
No, I
not
think that's
individual.
all of us together gathered that much.
Bag of holding. So 216 or 260?
60.
260.
And a lot of
Let's
them are
gather.
absolutely just like chipped and small little pieces and things like that.
Yeah.
we'll just throw it in Dylan's bag together so it's all in one place.
260 of amethyst from dragon.
Sapphire.
Amethyst.
Sapphire. I don't know why I said amethyst. Sorry.
Totally different.
You're absolutely right. They are. I don't know why I said that.
It's rock that has blue in it.
Make it a good. What?
600. Said make it a good 600 for your gold amount. Oh no, 600 platinum.
Platinum. Fuck my.
555 platinum. So he has 500. So he has 5,555. That's what it says.
Vashnir said make it 6.
Oh. Oh.
That's 6,000 gold, right?
Yeah.
So 6,055.
Man, I want to work for Vashnir in real life for a bit and then leave. I want that kind of pension.
He's already had 55 gold, and then they gave me 5,555.
Haven't had to spend anything.
No.
But you get some gems.
6,000.
And you only have to beat up 2 old ladies.
I run away from the old ladies.
It's okay, they started it.
There's a
Was
260
this the meme?
gold coins worth, or is it 260
Yes, the only way
pounds.
to accurately give an amount with how the system works is to put it all in gold pieces. That's all I can do.
Wait.
No, because things have gold cost. And the economy changes. Otherwise, your world doesn't make any sense.
I mean, you have things of living sapphire, so.
It's a very easy way to do it. It's very good. It's not. It's
Fair,
a
fair.
decent way to do it. All right. Well, hey, you got your loot. Are you happy with it?
Matt, you
What?
are echoing off Max. or something.
Probably.
I don't know if there's anything that can be done about that.
We are a tiny apartment.
There we go.
Should be fixed soon.
Eventually, you won't have to see each other while you play games.
Hell yeah.
I mean, realistically, you'd fix all of our sound problems if one of you just got underneath a big old comforter.
I would melt.
You were a goddamn polar bear, Matt.
Time to generate
All right.
heat.
Yes.
All right. Well,
To the purple?
let's go to the purple.
So what is the
Just
purple?
a
then?
starting ground.
Oh, it's a
Store.
it's a store, but everything is purple.
That sounds intriguing and amusing.
You head over to the store since there is no longer active combat. People are kind of venturing out from their homes again. And you get at a door. It doesn't seem to be locked. And you open it. Inside, there is a bunch of little magic-looking things, but across the board, everything is some shade of purple or another. And manning the counter is a kobold of the purple variety, who acknowledges you all with a look, and then goes back to reading whatever it is they're reading.
Good day.
Raise the claw.
Is the purple wizard in?
Yeah, they should be. I think that they said they wanted to see what was happening outside, so it might
Got it.
take a second, but
Probably want to collect some for themselves.
Well. Do we negotiate something? We were just coming to see. Do you guys offer teleporting services? Transportation, that kind of thing?
yes, we can do that.
Heading towards Bellenue?
They
Or their
have
capital?
a circle in the network that can be done.
Alright. Guess we should get the prices hashed out already. What is your going rate for the teleportation?
Teleportation for how many?
4.
4 at... Oh, what's this? $300 a head? Almost. So, 12?
Works for us. We can
That's
split that.
about what we expected. So acceptable. Big guy contact with his kobold. Just realized I was on a kobold last time I was here. They can't recognize me.
Yeah, they don't know who the fuck you are. You got these weird eye things going on.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Actually, never mind. I'll discuss it once we get to Bellenue.
Okay. But yeah, go ahead and pay that. Do we just want to split it? How we want to handle it? We could each pay for our own head. No?
Works for me.
Each pay for the 300 for our own head? Sedine, do you have enough gold? I know that they have enough gold.
I have enough gold.
Gonna go ahead and pay for
you say?
That's what he said. 300 a head.
Doesn't really
Go ahead and
spend
get that
money, and
sorted.
last I checked, you guys had a lot of money, so...
We had a decent bit. I don't know what Sydney with her gold. It's a fair concern.
I mean, fair.
Something tells me Sydney ain't the picturesque perfect idea of managing your money.
I don't know.
And
She might be very frugal.
She doesn't buy a lot of stuff.
I mean, she's wearing those ripped clothes, so maybe it just doesn't buy other clothes, doesn't buy beyond what she immediately needs. So it could be
Actually,
very
yeah.
frugal.
She doesn't buy a lot of stuff, and where we've been has been kind of cheap. So yeah,
You never know. So, are we just kind of sitting here like do until the wizard gets back?
Feel free to peruse if there's anything that you're looking for. Otherwise, they should be back relatively shortly so they can perform the ritual.
The Elven place is the place of magical stuff, right?
That's where you got the magic stuff.
Yes. Quick step in a magic store when we get over there then.
Think I'm all right. I got whipped recently.
The perusing, the knickknacks, and not
Unless
really,
you want to toss something out interesting.
Wait, what?
not really, because then I have to try to sell you something, and I take a very 4th edition view on players' magical items.
Which is
I
what?
have no idea what that means.
4th edition is where residuum comes from. Residuum is what happens whenever you get a magical item and you're like, man, this is great, but not for me. I'm going to turn this into residuum and then put a couple gold on it, and it's going to turn into this other magical item that I actually want.
He's basically saying he's going to offer us stuff for us that we can actually use. Yes. Why would he be trying to sell us a great axe if none of us are going to use a great axe?
Or like, most of the stuff that's going to be actually like in the store that I'm going to be trying to push at you is going to be like, I've been looking for this effect. Okay, here's a thing that can sort of kind of fall in that qualifier. I want to make up like 5 magic items and nobody goes, I want that.
That part would suck.
I'm already at an attunement issue.
Yeah.
Is that's math right in chat?
For what?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah, we can worry
Pretty sure
about
it's
that.
adding a 0.
It's okay. His math is irrelevant because you're getting the 60.
Regardless of math, after some time, a wizard bedecked in purple, including purple beard, purple hat, all that stuff, they're a little bit of an eyesore. There's, at some points, just a slight hint of like the almost fuchsia type color.
Are you?
Go walk in.
You know, I feel you're more purple than the last time we met. Has your purpleness gone up?
Well, it has been raining gems. Maybe.
Alright.
That's
those are like-
That's
Can
total
you-
those are
sparkles
like-
in the beard then.
And at this point in time, you kind of notice the amethyst pile, and it's just through the fucking ceiling.
Maybe it's a different shade you have.
I
Yeah,
think
maybe
it's
you
like the
just
twinkle
got
in
the-
his beard.
That might be it. Anyways, we need to teleport. We've already got an agreed upon price, so whenever you're ready, Mr. Wizard.
Alright, and they'll
Good to go.
clap their hands together and crack their knuckles. Follow me, where are we going? Where are you going?
Belanue capital.
Alright. Come along. And they'll kind of totter down a hallway.
I follow suits. Scamper, scamper, scamper.
We've
Not really
been here.
scampering, I walk.
before. This is a different hallway.
It's a different direction in the hallway, miss. And they open a door, and on the floor you can see a big teleportation circle. Alright, standard spiel. If anything were to go wrong, it's not our fault, blah blah blah. Put a mark on that paper right there, and he'll point to a little like scroll that just has a bunch of people's signatures on it.
What are the chances it'll go wrong? Just out of curiosity.
I literally cannot know that.
Look,
How
we got
many
a tele-
times
did
has
go
it gone
wrong.
wrong?
No one's
look,
told me.
we got a teleportation
Oh.
circle. Those are pretty reliable. Unless something interdimensional happens along the way, we're probably good. If not,
Wait, go wrong.
You mean like the interdimensional ships littering the sky?
The wizard will nod.
yes. Yes, be ready to fight the Gith again. Okay, look, we've killed.
Just
Look, we killed
pointing out.
Look, we killed like 100 of them last time. We can do it again.
I don't want to think about last time.
Then don't think about it. Get in the circle.
You can't now. You brought it up.
Just a
We'll
little
get in the circle and think about it there.
twinge in the back of your head.
I know. I'm currently trying to keep those memories mostly locked up.
If you're all in the circle, I will begin the ritual.
Sidestep to it.
And I begin the ritual. And after about 10 minutes, you guys are suddenly somewhere else. There is
How's the air?
What?
How's the air here?
Over here, it's a bit more like evergreeny, if that makes sense.
Smells nicer here already.
There is a guard at the entryway to this area who gives a bit of a jump whenever you arrive. And then they go,
Hello.
hello.
Ew.
General mean of, teleportation thing. I have to ask your business. Standard, order stuff.
Quest to investigate a mountain situation,
Adve-
right?
Adventurers coming to investigate some stuff going wrong.
Adventurous shit. Any major affiliations and or cataclysmic magical things that you're aware of that we should be aware of?
New recently
I don't know
formed
about-
guild, the Reclaimers. No cataclysmic stuff we are aware of. If we do find any out, we will try to let authorities and everyone know. It's pretty important.
Okay, questions asked, questions answered. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
You may
catechism
go
sounds
about your way.
important.
Okay, that's it. No passport shit, anything with that.
Does he look like he gets paid enough?
No one here will.
That's the point of the joke. Alright, outwards we go.
I'll wish him a nice day in Elven.
Don't even respond, really.
Mind if I stop at a magic shop real quick?
Sure, let's go find one.
Heading outside in the
Yeah.
Bella Nue capital that I have to describe first.
Again!
Yeah. You guys haven't been here.
Nope.
I have, I think. Pretty sure.
But yeah,
But,
you have. The
I
three
don't
of us
think so.
haven't.
Did I go to the capital or was that just a random
Yes.
village?
You went to
Okay.
this same teleportation circle.
Okay. I thought so.
You used a different
Was
store
it the
to get
same
there.
guy?
Purple sounded familiar. The theme.
Was-
It might have been the same guy. Eric?
No, I
They're just
remember.
all connected. They just have different keys to open
That
up
is
the door.
says yes. Yep.
I meant same
purple
guard.
May have been his twin.
guy.
Slightly different shade of purple.
Woo. But the overall, architectural thing here, it's very, almost Grecian, but more modernized.
Fair.
You can see echoes of the ancient, and then we put this column here for reasons in places and embellishments. But it has modernized with the times overall. The environment itself is very much like that ancient forest type thing looking around. You can see the civilization itself is very much a civilized area, but they have no qualm with big foresty looking things in the middle of town and things like that. So it does hit a lot of the stereotypical elven whatevers of, and here is a tree that looks special.
I feel like this is what my home's going to look like in about 50 years or so. Maybe less.
Probably less if you give him time to let him work.
That was a lot of druids I saw.
They live there now.
Yes.
So probably
Very
less.
quickly. They have an aesthetic they rather like and enjoy. It'll be there quickly.
It's called nature.
Here it's a lot drier
Exactly.
and a little bit colder than the places that you're used to. And like I mentioned earlier, the air has that strong, like, foresty scent to it. Though nowhere near as bad as it would be in Salika, for instance, for Ragnar there. So as a point of reference.
Wait, say that again?
The air smells very foresty, but nowhere near as foresty as it did over in Salika.
Okay.
You know, the place with
I
the
will take
hags
note of
and
that.
things like that.
Thalk is a land of curses.
A little bit.
Thalk is
It's also the
no
land
fun.
of 17 million bards.
Rough competition.
Because that's why I went there. Gotcha.
Well, over there, they're like, okay, here's a sandwich. What task and or thing can you trade for me? I can sing you a song. Great. Get in the crowd.
That's why I went there. I don't sing songs. I got something else.
Anyways, magic shop. What magic item does Dylan want magically?
You can find a magic shop. As a matter of fact, you can find the same magic shop if you so desire.
very well, I do so.
Go to magic shop. It's not particularly embellished on the inside. There is the catalog of stuff on the desk, and a very bored-looking individual next to it.
Hello.
Oh, raise a hand.
I guess I look through the catalog of things. Basically, ring or jewelry or a necklace or something of or either just healing myself or pretty much generic death ward. Just death ward.
You got things for Death Ward. Most of them are lower cost attunement stuff. I do have a couple really high cost non-attunement stuff, and those are the type that like recharge once every week, and then it goes even higher for even less time. For actual like heal yourself stuff though, it looks like they've gotten a lot of stuff that's been inscribed with emerald on it, that basically if you buy it in combat it might heal you like a d6 or something, but out of combat that's a full heal because you can just keep using it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I recognize that.
Then do those need attunement?
No.
No? Okay, how much for, was it a ring, you said?
If you want to get it in a ring, what kind of ring? Take this thing up. What do you want it to look like?
I can make, listen, we get some emerald, I can make one of those for you. Put it on pretty much anything you want.
Oh yes, but most of my stuff is already rather done up. I gesture to the ridge, my nice ridged mace of just acid and death. My nice
No, see, that's what I was
dragon stuff.
that's what I was going to tell you, but then I decided to wait till we got here, so they didn't charge us more there.
Yeah.
No, I can etch some runes on your stuff, give it more magic. If we get some
Mhm.
emerald, yes, even more. If we get some emerald, I can get that healing back there.
Well, I don't mind my mace doing more damage, but I was looking for something for both some minor or greater healing. For some greater healing, I definitely take it, but minor's still good. And something
what I
for
just-
death ward
I just said.
or generic.
That's what I just said. We can get some emerald, and
I
I
know,
can
I
put
was
it on for you.
talking with you about it, just like, yeah, sure, I'll take that. Yes.
Okay, it made it sound like you went. You made it sound like you just went back to the shopkeep to like.
No,
Yes,
I was talking
we'll
to you.
Okay. Yes, so we can buy some emerald for that. If you want to buy a ring here or something, go ahead and I can get that etched on later. But
All right, I can go and get the ring like that. Although I doubt you can go and do the death ward one, though. Might
that I
definitely
cannot.
Yeah. I would suggest you actually pick up one yourself if you can. As they're very useful.
I was about to ask on the cost for that actually.
And is this a full death ward or is this just the generic version, which either works?
Fine generic version.
Give me 1 minute.
Death Ward works. Instead of hitting 0 health, you hit 1.
Yeah, so I don't know what a generic version would do.
Give me a second. As I remember having one like a long while ago, I need to go and
Like a
drag it back up.
parapet of health or something like that.
Maybe
Yeah,
one that, like,
so-
instead of 1 hit point, you go unconscious when you should be dead.
So,
I don't know.
okay. So
1 moment. Like I said,
So on that recharging one, how much is that going to cost?
Oh, what one? And is it attunement or not attunement?
Death Ward, non-attunement, recharges weekly.
Recharge weekly. Look through the catalog. 700 and
All right, and how much for a daily type deal, or less than a week? What we're talking
attunement or
about.
not attunement?
Non-attunement.
Non attunement daily. Looking at 3,000.
That's a lot more. You said the weekly was 720, correct?
I think so.
Flip back through it. Okay. Yep, 720. I find that acceptable.
Cool. So y'all gonna buy a bunch of things, or just go grab that, or
He might be buying something. York, you want a Death Ward? You got the gold. You should probably get one.
I know. I can't. I'm kind of at my. He kind of was at the front. I'm kind of at my limit on things I can keep track of at the moment.
Non-attunement. It's non-attunement.
How much is it?
720.
What was the other one you guys mentioned?
What other one?
recharge this daily one?
Yeah.
It broke
3,000.
3,000.
It was how much?
3,000.
Shit. Yeah,
Just
fair.
borrow a bit.
Just think of how much it would cost in Kingograd.
You could pay me back later.
For literal soul.
Wait. Is it times 10 or times 100 for platinum?
10.
The gold. 10? Yeah, that's not enough. I guess I'll take one. Is this one of those things where if I already have an amulet, I can't wear another amulet?
Why?
I don't know if it's a thing that pops up for some. So I just thought I would check.
As a D&D standardly has you have equip slots for each area, so you can only have one amulet or 2 rings.
You got 10
can only
fingers.
have one wearable, that type of shit.
And 10 toes
Yeah.
if you get desperate.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
You can wear
I'll
more than
guess
one
I'll
necklace.
say it's 720 for the once a week heal.
That's
The once a
2
week
of
save my
them.
ass.
Guess I should say we have 4 of those in stock.
You want one? It's
Sanina?
like a once a week saves my ass kind of thing. You go down instead of dying, you go unconscious.
No, not that one.
No.
Health.
You want help.
Oh, this is you go to 1.
Yeah, you go to
Yeah.
1.
Okay. Once a week, you can go to 1 instead of 0.
And the
I mean,
generic
I
death
like
ward that
that.
I saw was
7.
you actually do go unconscious. So any spells that you have go down, but then you get back up.
Stabilize.
Which is no, you don't stabilize. You come back with 1 health afterwards, but all your spells you had going go down. Whereas apparently the other one was no.
This
Just
this
go
is
down to
the
1 health.
this is the normal effect of Death Ward. You had a
Yeah, I
lesser
know,
one.
but he had asked about what I meant by generic.
How did you come up with that?
You did.
You did.
You did.
Well, that's probably because whenever you hit 0, you probably have a bit of a whatever there for a second. So it's very likely that you're going to lose concentration on your spell regardless.
Okay, 720 coins out. Worth it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So I'll take 1. And then the emerald ring, you said? So we can go do that. Is there anything... I look at my mace. I already can do 50 things, but... Can you even do anything extra with this mace?
You ever have it inscribed?
No.
And it could
But
have
it's
been
already
inscribed
enchanted.
if you were somewhere else that had an inscriber in hand.
Well, I mean,
So-
he's just. Go ahead.
Okay, so well, we did just get a lot of sapphire, so I can put some sapphire on at some point. We will need more moonstone though. That
I
we'll have
mean-
to acquire.
What could you even do with it?
Well, depending on the type of gem we have, it can apply an elemental effect to various different things.
I think we've got about 200 in each gemstone kicking around.
Say, so say for example, if we can find some garnets, it's sort of a like vampire type effect. You hit someone,
You have a thing
You
with this, don't you?
you recover a bit. They get some emeralds, they can have a healing effect. Opal, it deals with horse. Sapphire is ice. Ruby fire.
Yeah, there's a thing on the campaign information. I'm kind of aware
Yeah,
of that.
I know. But your character might not know that, so Stonewall's just going over it.
Okay, yeah.
If we get some jade, that deals with wind stuff, potentially making yourself faster. Moonstone itself is the actual catalyst, which we need to get some more of. If we get some topaz, that'll be necrotic. Diamond, displacement stuff, malachite acid, and amethyst, be lightning. And citrine is radiant. Haven't found any citrine in a long time. Maybe there'll be some here. Anyways, so we get some of those minerals. We can switch your stuff up.
So you say you have a fair amount of all of these. You have a fair amount of random gems, correct?
Some bit.
About 200-ish in stock of those things.
Mm,
If you want ice damage, we did just get a ton of sapphire.
true. I don't actually do any ice damage yet. I already have that. Yeah.
I
But
don't
perhaps the others might want to do
believe
something
that
with it
the
instead.
ice would fuck with the acid.
I'm
You think the ice would
said
fuck with the acid?
Ice would fuck with the acid.
I
Okay.
don't believe the ice would fuck with the acid.
Oh, don't believe.
Oh, you
Okay.
don't believe? Okay.
just
Unless you
curious.
put
I
it
thought that was-
specifically
oh,
on the
yeah.
spots where it's supposed to be coming out and freeze them over like an idiot.
If it helps, we talked about it before, and I think that was one that they interacted okay with.
Okay.
It sounds like a back at the fort kind of thing.
Well, yes, we can be taken care of later.
Yes, it'll have to
Now
wait
we
until
can
we
get
get
right to Pelanue at any point.
I still want to go and buy the emerald stuff, though, for later.
Yeah, now thanks to Sini, we can get to Pelanue at any point.
Alright. Also, if either of you two want to spot any minerals you want that I just listed off or other such to buy and slap on a weapon at some point, or any other kind of gear, go ahead and
I'm
Do it.
kind of okay with mine. It helps me stay breathing. It seems to be a pretty much of a pattern. I need it.
Sanine, you want to buy any of this stuff for me to fix up later when we get back?
I'm okay.
Help you stab things better.
Mm, tempting.
Also good, so do you
I know.
have Moonstone?
About 200-ish.
200 gold Moonstone? Done.
Would you like me to put it in my bag of holding?
I've got a sack here with a lot of stuff I can throw in.
So I want to go and buy an emerald ring as well. Or whatever emerald stuff I need.
Alright,
and emeralds.
basic enchantment we have on that. It's a little technically lower tier. Mechanically that's a D6. But like I said, you can just do it.
Can I then add the inscribed healing stuff to it as well?
You can add to it if you want. It just this is
Yeah,
what we're getting
okay.
from our people, and that like, yeah. What we got?
Eric,
I'll take one.
Eric, is it actually the runic inscription on it, or is this a different magic item?
It's the runic inscription.
Yeah, if that's the same stuff, might be risky me trying to add more to that, but If you want it now, go ahead. Your money.
Could you not go add anything further to it, you say?
There's a limit to how much runic inscription you can put onto things at a time. And if you try to do too much, you might ruin the whole thing.
But a ready-made ring will cost you about 100.
That's not much. Might as well, so it'd save you a bit of work.
Just put
I'll do
everything
that.
you want on the list, have your totals ready, and then I'll go grab it, and you're done.
Save your
Okay.
back somewhere.
Do you get to write it?
No.
Maybe that'd make it interesting.
Is that by choice or management?
I'll shrug.
That sounds like you could write it if you wanted to.
All right.
So, do you guys want to shop anymore? Or you got what you want?
I got what I want. I'm good.
Sanine, you want anything?
I'm okay.
Did you
Seems
mark off your
good.
gold for your death word thingy?
I will in a minute.
Okay.
Alright. Put your
So you
gold
say
on
we
the
could-
counter, I'll be right back.
You say we could only have one amulet at a time?
No.
No, he said no.
Okay, good.
He said you're good.
Okay.
Come out rocking 50 of these things. I'm safe.
The hell does an amulet of protection of good and evil do, even? I'm guessing
Stops you
Gives
from
you
getting
spell
possessed.
protection and evil.
Stops you from getting possessed.
Man, I wish I known about that as Dave.
Well, if it apply, well, I mean, if Eric's version it prevents possession, that's one thing. But there's the effect of protection from good and evil as an actual spell.
Which stops you from
Which
getting
part of
possessed.
Yeah,
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
it stops you from getting possessed, and it makes everything of a couple categories have disadvantage to attack you.
I remember the disadvantage part. I didn't remember the possession part.
Oh yeah, no, charmed and frightened and possession are all protected from in that too. It is an amazing first level spell when you're dealing with those enemies.
The other party went, yo, I don't want to get possessed by worm things. Cool. Oh.
I
Yeah.
forgot I had it. This could have been. I got hit with that thing. What if it was about to hit James? I could have used this damn amulet.
It's not so much a full no to charming things, but it will stop you from being completely possessed. In other words, like if you get commanded or dominated or something like that, you're still going to get commanded or dominated, but you're not going to live as a ghost man / worm being / whatever the fuck it is that attacks you forever.
Gotta have the actual spell for that part, huh?
Basically.
Fair.
So not as good as the actual spell, but still pretty good. Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. Eric,
Well,
did,
are we ready to tackle the mountain?
did our notes give us any actual where are we going for investigation here?
All right. Your quest notes are basically in Spire, which, looking back, you can see the mountain range from here. And it's very much the same as the very top of the Dwarven nobility area. It's this weird, unnatural looking spike in the ground.
Okay.
But essentially, your notes say that somewhere in there, a mining expedition has cracked through a wall, and shit started pouring out from an area that looked like it had some remnants from, capital T, the war times.
Does it mention if they're crystally thingies?
There is no mention of that.
Okay, well, seems like we gotta go up the mountain into a mine.
Into that creepy, unnatural looking thing.
Yes. It seems to be something from the war times of old, so get ready for ancient evils or some incomprehensible thing that has no relatable sense to us. Pull out stone.
You know, I just wanted to tell stories.
Pull out stone. Hear that, turtle? We get to go kill some of your ancient enemies. We're gonna murder them good.
Ragnar is side-eyeing you.
It's alive. Kinda.
Why? Why are you bringing it with you then? A totem, you said?
No, turtle. I called it turtle
Turtle.
because
It's a turtle.
it was the shape of a turtle when I first found it, kind of.
They have a turtle. Stone? Actual turtle?
No, you know, you fought with Vashina, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you saw him go all icy.
Once.
Okay, it's like this is my equivalent of that.
Ah. The fuck no, don't you do that.
What?
My computer just almost tried to restart itself.
Ah,
Oh.
Had a moment of panic of, no, don't do that.
remember to save your sheet often.
I've already done that.
Yeah.
I do that often as well, but I'm using my computer to talk, so I would have just disappeared.
You have fun. But
Just Thanos snapped away.
Yeah,
old
pretty
wartime
much.
events possible to come up.
Oh, how long does it take to get there?
No description on what's coming through.
Hey, shopkeep.
Eh.
How long does it take to get to that mountain? To get
By
to the
Spire.
spire?
It's right
How
on
long
the
does
edge
it
of
take to get
town, just like 20-minute walk.
Oh,
Any
that's convenient.
complications?
You
Shouldn't,
had me
unless you're
demonstrate
doing
my
something else.
best spell, Eric.
And we chose not to rest.
Yes.
They can
Yeah.
continue choosing not to rest, or they
Yeah.
can decide to take a rest.
Or you
What
could
if-
make mention of this because I don't know. We don't know what you did.
Yes. Well,
Also,
I mean,
what did Mr. Shopkeep say?
About 20 minutes
20
out of town.
minutes.
There shouldn't be anything in the way.
No complications for like actually just being allowed up there.
Not really. No.
Thanks.
before we get any further, the receptionist at the guild did have me go and use one of my strongest spells. I can't go and do that for another good 8 hours.
Ah, yes. I cast a few spells myself along the way here. Well,
Perhaps we should take a rest.
you know, being in a mine at day or night, it's gonna be dark either way. So
Yeah.
go find somewhere to sleep. Head up there at night.
I mean, top tip shape form sounds great for people.
Aye.
Yes.
Also, I could use rest. Somebody hit me with stones half the day.
I don't know who that was.
It's a mystery.
The
It is a
slingshot's
mystery.
just in her back pocket.
Hot.
It's just like hanging out, dangling a little bit like Dennis the
I
Menace
love Bart
style.
Simpson.
Oh, Bart Simpson too, but I mean, same stuff there, yeah.
I saw a bit of that. I admit it was rather amusing.
You do it next time.
Well, I went to ran.
You're a fool.
I would have cheated.
Oh, I did. Shh.
You'd get hit with a rock.
Oh.
I would become the rock.
No, Stonewall's the rock.
Is his nickname gonna be Dwayne?
God.
175
I don't think Eric-
giant
I'm
spiders.
pretty sure I remember a story about a rock genasi who was a famous, an earth genasi who was a famous wrestler named Dwayne.
I don't think Eric would appreciate the almighty wrath of the WWE lawyer team.
That might go bad, yeah. You can't even say the boulder because the avatar. Shit.
Oh God. Yeah.
The boulder.
The boulder.
Anyway, let's go get some local food, find somewhere to sleep, and see what we can do up at the Spire.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
You heading for a
Do
tavern for the food stuff, or are you specifically going food shopping?
Tavern. I don't feel like
Yeah,
cooking.
like
Stone
we
won't
cook.
cook for shit.
I didn't mean like that. I meant like find restaurant that serves a specific type of thing.
Nah. I don't know.
Do I remember any work good from the last time I was in here?
I think you guys just got on the carpet, ate your horrible pancakes, and flew for the next 6 weeks.
How much did that carpet cost, actually?
Quite a lot.
How much is quite a lot?
I don't remember. But it was
Several
quite a
thousand.
lot at the time for your guys' level.
How much do you think it costs now?
I don't know. Probably more.
Still a lot.
Something like 5,000.
I don't remember, man.
Thaddeus said 5,000. That's a lot, yeah.
Is Thaddeus watching us?
Yes.
Spying on the other group I see. Your time will come, traitor.
How is
There is
Thaddeus the
literally no-
traitor?
There is literally no competition if we thought their group would wipe us.
Oh, I know.
We have Vashnir!
They have an army
Well, I mean, there's that as well, but I just mean,
and airships.
you don't need the army. They just need Vashnir. Vashnir would wipe us out.
This is why they have an army. That amount of hero worship. It's okay, Matt. I've taken it from Dave and granted it to Vashnir.
It's okay. They don't. It's great. Vashir gets all the positives. I'm gonna be still stuck with the immortality curse.
Well, it might shift. You might walk out of
Okay,
this
hopefully.
slightly less people think you're gonna survive. But if you guys aren't looking for anything in particular, you can find a tavern without much issue. Food is, in a word, bland. But it's kind of interesting what they're serving. Gauging by like the stuff that's actually on the menu, and this with your above game knowledge as players, it seems like the environment here is more old worldy than other places. So it looks like some of the things that are available to eat are actually like dinosaur in nature.
Does it at least taste good?
Interesting.
It would, it could, they don't care enough to make it taste good. And you guys aren't going to an active restaurant,
Stonewall.
so it's just kind of like, fuck it.
Scene's gonna hold her food to Stonewall.
What do you want it to taste like?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Can't you do this? Like we practiced this. Okay. I'm gonna sprinkle some stuff on mine to make it taste like shrimp tempura.
Ragnar, you want
Okay.
a different? You want your food to taste different?
Sure.
What do you want?
What do you have?
I can, if I have eaten it, I can make it taste like that. It will still have the texture and consistency of whatever meat this is. It'll taste different.
It's not particularly stringy or like you're chewing and then suddenly you find these little clumps of evil that sometimes happen.
Well, you want a pork brisket?
Anything spicy?
I can make it spicy if you'd like.
Sure, I'll take something spicy.
Like an ouch spicy or a tangy spicy?
Yummy.
All
Spicy.
I can think of is the final meal that Kim cooked for everybody.
I don't think Stonewall's had anything that spicy.
Good.
Oh,
Yummy
that is
spicy.
good.
Dylan doesn't even know what that is, but
No. I'm just thinking like ghost pepper, horrible
Oh, no.
spicy.
worse. Have
Continue.
a spicy gumbo flavor.
Yum. Thank you, thank you.
This has been very convenient.
I have still have 18 uses of this stuff left.
Eric, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll let the dine and sleep commence here. How do the people delegate?
Okay. Do you think I should just call a short break?
Nah. Just gonna go take a leak.
So, from the remainder, whomever wants to pay for it, the cost for you guys overnight and food is a whole, for 4 of you, a whole 20 gold.
I'll pay it.
Okay.
We can split it if you wish.
Well, I won't say no if you want to pay it. I had to live in Kingelgrad for a little bit. I know where to take free stuff.
I didn't learn that because I just slept inside a rock and ate pancakes for years.
That
That's
sounds
not
terrible. Why would you do that?
It's surprisingly comfy, and when you're living in there, pancakes suddenly taste good because they don't cost your soul.
Pancakes don't cost your soul. I had pancakes there. They weren't that bad. Where were you eating? Like, how bad were you? You look like a sucker, apparently.
No.
He's definitely a sucker. I can smell it.
She is a gnome, she can tell.
Mhm. I'd
That
skim
is
him out
the
of
gnome.
everything he owns.
What did you just say?
I said I would scam you out of everything you own.
Well, I am not a gnome, and so I apparently do not have this racial ability. I do, however, have the ability to go and sleep inside a rock and not be disturbed.
I
And they
can do
found
that.
this side eyes her and just. Yes.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah,
used to the passive aggressiveness.
What do you say, Matt?
Not even passive. So you get used to the passive aggressiveness. Actually, it's not even passive. It's active aggressiveness. You get used to it.
From her, or from the gnomes of Kingrad.
Yes.
Is that where she's from then?
If that's what you want to believe.
I want to believe that you just popped up out of the aether and just were suddenly there.
I'm a god.
Well, I mean, that would be how a god would be come to
Mm-hmm.
being. Just popping up out of nowhere.
Oh, hey. Something to note. We don't really have too much of a path line on our grand adventure here at the moment in terms of things we're getting done. But slaying a corrupted god may lie at the end of it somewhere along the line eventually.
Ragnar stops and sees his head
was
just
a long-
slowly tilt to the side.
It was a
yes.
long day.
He then looks down at his mace
That'll stop
with
him.
a pensive look. I need
Corrupted
to get
god.
better.
Life, most, it's none of the gods that are in current circulation at the moment. It dealt with the Great One. Well, that mess. It's a bit of a long story.
Would it then be resistant to radiant?
It's a god.
Or
It probably
take even
resists
more
everything.
damage?
Probably
What'd you say?
resist everything.
It is literally, yeah. So that's not a problem for today or tonight. That's.
Shan't end
I
well.
hope. Oh, stops. I hope it's not a problem for today or tonight.
It
Otherwise,
is,
it's a bad time.
If it is, that sounds like we're pretty far. Don't think it is though.
Everybody going
Don't-
to bed?
Yeah.
Ragnar must be getting a great day one impression.
I go to ponder getting something to drink, like alcohol or something, and then I remember facts about reality, and I sat down sadly without it.
Go ahead, drink your beer. You'll be seeing that wheat later. Not even wheat. That's the point.
Go ahead, drink your wine. Have your fermented grape juice.
One of these days, I'm going to get rid of this thing.
I think on the way back down here, we actually go to a restaurant before we leave.
We need to what?
Go to a restaurant before we leave to see if they have any actually good food. Seasoned,
I
cooked
hope
well.
so. I hope so. They live long enough to learn to cook good.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone really gives a damn here, like we were told. But oh well.
I guess it should also note like the actual like tavern energy. And the other places that you've been, it very much is like a lively, like we do stuff and now we're relaxing. Here it's just a bunch of people drinking alone.
Maybe we'll find someone with a spark of life in their eyes. Just looks
Maybe.
miserable.
Well, anytime I try to perform here, I kind of got a very
yeah.
muffled response.
Had
Oh,
one
it's not wrong
person
on
clap
that one, Eric.
at least once.
Yeah. Yeah. I was here for like a couple weeks total, and I had like one person clap. So they're not the liveliest bunch.
Quest will continue, and I am told to do so.
I am good.
Continue, I think.
Alright. Next day comes, overnight rest, not bad. Everything's basically just passable. And you all set off toward Spire. You pass through Belladonna capital proper, like its actual like heart of the city and things like that.
Why not?
This is a big and established town. Like, it's obvious at some point in time they really made this place thrive, but now it's kind of fallen on. Yeah, it still works. Who cares? Type stuff.
I've got some other task I'd like to do after we solve this as well. Thinking about it here now.
You ever wonder what made
Yeah.
them like this?
That's part of it. I was going to see if I could find a library. Note that down for later, Eric, of just if he sees one along the way.
Moving through the capital, you can see a library, real big.
Yep, have to come back there later.
But continue moving toward your destination. It's not long before you come upon the foot of Spire. At the bottom, it looks like there's other groups of adventurers. They probably got the same note you did.
Yeah.
Let's show them up.
One of them will kind of give you a half wave.
Never mind, they're kind of polite looking.
Yeah, you know how it works. First come, first serve. Assuming you don't die.
We're not dying today.
As a matter of
Don't
fact,
worry, I can bring you back if you do.
As a matter of fact, all the people here and the stuff they're doing, it's very reminiscent of whenever you actually like delved into the river to go to get the big glowy orby thing. Where there was just a whole bunch of people from a bunch of different things.
Oh boy.
Adventuring
Cool,
parties
busy
are,
fool.
yeah, adventuring parties are still a thing people do pretty often. It's just,
Yeah.
you never really know the quality of them.
You kind of get what you get.
But don't worry, if you do die, I can bring you back to life.
So can I.
If you're mostly intact, anyway.
So, shuffling along with the crowd, some of them head off and go different directions. And most of them, though, they do go upward, eventually into a side of the mountain. And as they proceed deeper, and more horizontal access is, possible, they start to spread out even more. Where eventually just a smaller group is headed toward the mining area that you actually have, like, a note on.
Yeah, it seems we don't have much competition here.
Maybe it has less of a chance. Or maybe they didn't get good info.
Heading toward that, outside you can see a small collection of people with, like, mining gear. who are there, I don't know why. I guess just in case the mine opens up again.
Maybe they want to
do
crack
that.
whatever's in the
Minus-
area.
Minus. Badness. Yes. Were you involved with the incident here?
Talking about the
before?
recent breakthrough?
Yes.
It's down that way, take a left and a right, and he explains the directions there. Whenever they broke through, apparently a bunch of fucking giant insects spew it out.
Were they crystally in nature?
Haven't heard anything about crystally stuff, but I'd like to get back down there because, you know, relics
job.
and gems and that.
Any kind of description on the insects?
A lot of them are kind of ant-like, but there were also some tales of the individuals that tried to, like, avoid those by going deeper, that kind of, like, stuff. Some of the ones that managed to get out of there found other examples that were worse, but it was still mainly insectoid in nature.
Got it. Anything else you can tell us?
Yeah.
The more we know, the more we can help clear this out.
The call's been out for a while, and a bunch of other parties have already gone in. I'd imagine most of the small stuff's probably been destroyed by now. So going there now, you're probably going to be running into some of the larger things, just due to the nature of how adventurers work. Just look for the dead bodies. They'll probably lead you in the right direction.
Sounds about right. Anyone been coming back out?
Yeah, either through we broke through an area, or we made it through an area and got the loot, and now we're leaving because fuck that place. Or, like, we almost died, fuck that place.
Got it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Any natural mining specific areas down there to look out for?
Standard mining stuff. Since this cracked into something of the old war, watch out for, like, broken antechambers and things like that your footing might give out. And then you're plunged into a debate hall from 1,000 years ago. With, you know, sharp objects and a long fall.
This sounds terrible. Okay, watch your footing. Gotcha.
I shouldn't say 1,000 years ago. That was just the biggest number that popped in my head at the second. Like, way longer. Whatever.
Point stands. Anyways.
A long, long time ago. All right. Can I ask a question? Large insectoids underground. Does that strike anything up for Yorick?
It strikes up images of large insects underground.
Well, I didn't know if there was a particular beastie that popped up for that.
I mean,
Thought I would check.
you know ant kegs are a thing. You know giant spiders are a thing. You've heard tell of giant centipedes, kind of like that one you spawned because you wanted to scare Sanina, I guess.
I had a purpose.
Underground
Besides
gigantism
scaring-
happens.
Okay.
And with magic areas, underground gigantism happens a lot, and sometimes they breathe fire.
Not great.
I heard a tale of some giant fuck-off thing that they dealt with over in Galadrius a while back. Think that that's the record holder at the moment?
Let's hope it's not that, right?
Hope not.
Selena, York, either of your stones giving you anything?
Negative.
Well, hopefully well, I don't have anything in particular I can think of at this. A lot of things get real big underground. It's pretty common for underground gigantism to kick in. Hopefully none of them breathe fire, and hopefully we're not setting a record against Galadrius today.
Shit, we do set a new record. We might draw some more members.
For what it's worth, you would have heard the tale of what the fuck you guys did under Joey's pyramid.
All of us, or me in particular?
You in particular, because you care about that shit.
Yeah, okay, just checking. Looking at our group. Let's not set a record today.
Off in the distance
Well-
of your subconscious, you hear a faint clink clink.
Yeah, let's not set a record today. I like her. I like this group. Alive.
Well-
And I know I'm kind of defeated sometimes because I'm not very terrible. This is a very serious take on that.
Anyways. Well, let's go kill us some things, take the shit, and see if we can fix this problem.
Down we go.
Alrighty. Heading into the mine. First and foremost, light. How are you dealing with it? Because it is not naturally illuminated.
I have a spell, cantrip for light.
So you are the sole light bringer.
I have
I'm off on
torches in
lights
my
as well.
stuff in
Yeah,
case I
sure.
need them.
Multiple ways, multiple things.
We have multiple
But until I
light
need to
bats.
light a torch, I'm gonna save them since those can burn out and be used up.
Also, I have
And
a
you said
question.
somebody with multiple light caster. Do you have it, Robert?
I've
Okay.
used it before.
I thought so, but I was making sure.
Yeah.
So we have two sources of magical light, and I know I have some torches in case those are out.
Dylan got a question.
I forgot what I really.
All right.
All the radiant stuff my mace actually does. When I have does that actually produce any light?
Holy weapon says it does, actually, I think.
Oh.
The spell Holy Weapon does. If it's
Yeah, that's what
just
he's
on a
talking about.
weapon effect, if it's just on a normal weapon effect, not really.
What about
Maybe like a
divine
flash.
strike? Just having that active and everything.
Might be more of a flash. I don't know if that's an
Yeah,
thing.
because Divine Strike's like a per hit thing, I think.
It does say
Holy Weapon,
strike.
however, as you channel and concentrate, I think it's like 20-foot bright, 20-foot dim.
Oh, wonderful. And it's also
I might be
not-
overestimating that distance.
I think I stick for this one. The actual spell of light for now.
Yeah.
Because even if it does last an entire hour, better to have that started when it needs to.
We
Okay.
go down,
So you know
down,
that there's
down.
light. What about mining equipment and or things that might help for cave situations? Such as rope, mittens, things like that. You need to know.
I have rope.
Probably buy some off the miners.
Probably absolutely can.
Probably should at least grab a set or two. Some pittance rope at least would be useful, a pickaxe or two.
Okay.
Who needs a pickaxe? We have magical weapons.
Ting, 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 ting,
Yes, but-
ting.
Even with magical weapons, they're not going to work the best, buddy.
I don't know, the acid mace might do a trick.
That's fair.
The mace of acid and radiant and whatever the hell else I want to add
Radiant.
to it.
Doesn't matter.
It
But the
does
swords and battle axe, it's not the best.
I don't want to break it though by just using it as a pickaxe.
We know you have
It's
rope.
magic.
We know you have light.
Ropey rope. Extra ropey rope.
Just to save myself from the situation of here's a left and right. Pick one. 25,000 times. Do you guys plan on basically like following the bodies, the paths, and other people walking around, or trying to forge your own ways down?
Do they have any already? Do the miners have any maps?
No, they just
Or-
broke into the area and then shit went wrong.
No, I mean for the actual regular mine itself, so we don't get lost.
They have a basic thing, but looking at it, it doesn't seem to connect to this thing going down. It looks like this one was more upward and away from this.
Oh dear.
What do you think? If we go down a route that's already been cleared, less to find, but less enemies. But if we forge our own
Or
path, who knows what
possibly
we'll
greater
find.
enemies.
But yeah, I was going to say possibly more enemies or greater strengths.
Well, we're here to go and solve the problem, correct? And isn't the problem that there are horrific monsters down there?
Honestly, we could probably just do
Well-
one route, come back up, and then do the other.
Solve the
Depending on
problem
how
is kind of
Probably
ambiguous. They
have a
said they
bit
wanted
of
us to investigate what's happening.
Is anyone any good at
Your
making
guys'
basic
technical
maps? I wonder?
quest is finding cool shit.
Yeah, that's what I said, investigate.
Yeah, industrial. Is anyone actually any good at making basic maps? Perhaps we can go and talk to all the other adventures around there, and all of us can start making basic maps and map up the damn thing.
I mean, the
I
adventures
can
are
try.
good.
I've made rough ones before,
Yes.
but I don't know how good it'll be.
What does
You can
Stonewall just
draw.
say?
I mean, we gotta find the other adventurers that are going to places we're going first there. If we find any along the way, but have to
thought we
assume
saw-
they'd be mapping as well.
I thought we saw some coming back. Okay. Regardless, we should most definitely go and have some sort of basic map so we can know what's been cleared out and what hasn't.
That may be more cooperation than a bunch of adventuring parties would ever provide each other. So for your own
Fair.
personal
Yeah,
use,
no, I
you
think
could
it
do that.
means. Yeah.
They're in it for the money as well.
Well, I'll pull out my book so I can start.
I can't help but wonder if Philbert has
Working
any
on that.
involvement in this.
That's a good question. Hopefully. You're
Who's
keeping a
Filbert?
low head right now.
Don't worry about it.
That's a story for a different day.
Fair
Person
enough.
with a lot of money and influence hiring people to do things.
Through what?
Money.
I thought you said something else.
Through money and influence.
No, I heard that. I thought you said. Regardless, moving on.
No.
Did we get on
If only
with it?
there was a force man to spin a lightsaber. That would take us the right direction.
Alright, general pathfinding, path most traveled or path least traveled.
I pretty sure actually might actually have a spell for something
Honestly,
like
it
that.
sounds bad, but least traveled sounds like a good idea with the fact that we're just here to investigate.
I actually have a. Give me a second.
Do you have it prepared?
I might. I said if I'm going through different spells. It's. Oh, what the hell are you?
If it's not on your list there, then that'd be not
I
prepared.
have like 20 or 30 spells.
Yes, but you prepare like 9
Only
or
some
10.
of them. I know. After you're actually going.
14 at this level.
If he's at +5 wisdom, I don't know what it is. Or is it proficiency based?
I just have the Malo Mart theme playing in my head. It's
No.
torture.
The what?
Malo Mart from Twilight Princess. Legend of Zelda.
No,
Let's
Oh
go
no,
the
I
less-
forgot
let's go
about
the
that.
less traveled.
Why?
Let's go the less traveled route.
Alright. I will stave off my attempts to quiet the brainworm. Alright. Less traveled route. Someone just died outside. Like the
Of
tire
whose?
screech with a clunk at the end.
Oh,
that
somebody
was-
just died outside here too, and I wasn't sure.
That's noises from the more traveled route happening.
What? Boom is helming it. They get to make a survival check so y'all don't get lost.
Probably the light bearer that has a wisdom score.
I have a pretty good survival.
Probably the light bearer that has a wisdom score.
Egads, I don't have to be the one to do it anymore.
I can do that.
You take that, Dylan. You're the one with the survival score.
He's also the one with the passive perception, which is
14.
maybe someone else might.
shit.
Anybody higher?
Sini's passive. Yours is what, 17 now?
My
Right, now.
passive is
What even
17.
is passive?
Alright,
Percep-
cool. 10
Passive
plus your
perception.
proficiency.
10
10
plus-
plus your perception modifier.
Perception. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's still 14.
Okay, so Ragnar's leading, Sanina's trying to make sure that he doesn't,
Miss something?
Die. Kill us.
That's
All those sound accurate.
Let's keep the stone aura on Yorick as usual.
Ellen, give me a survival roll.
I
I do.
appreciate this.
Let's talk to her.
1,
24?
24.
Not
Okie
20?
dokie. Ragnar, you begin leading your group down this mine shaft. Probably about 45-ish minutes in, Sanina, you notice that some of the rocks don't quite match up with the other rocks. Like, there's just
That's
something's wrong here.
suspicious.
What's suspicious? As
Why
I
did
look up
those-
from my book.
Why did those rocks look different?
Do you call the
Uh.
party to a dead stop to point this out, or are they still continuing forward?
I heard
Oh no,
that.
I don't think I would pull them to a stop, but I would definitely point it out to you, at least
I heard
Yori.
it, so I stopped. So that might be a trap. You never know when that might be a trap.
I can think of some things that might be hiding in the rocks. Like up ahead, just on either side of us.
Like a bug?
Don't.
No, like location-wise, are they up ahead? Are they on either side of us?
Sinina pointing it
Where are
out, it
they?
looks to be continuing down this pathway. There are these little slight variations.
Okay, that might want to pull them to a stop. We don't want to get in the middle of them and then they do something.
Mm-mm.
Hey, guys, hold up. Hold up for a second.
Can I do a check on this? Try and see if I can figure what it is. What would it even be? Insight?
I say
Nope.
point to
Wow.
those.
Feel like insight would be a good check.
Yes.
Probably not.
Make an insight check.
Oh no, he's going to discover they're telling the truth.
Well, insight's putting things together.
Yes.
It's a lot
painting
more
together.
useful than it gets used as.
Also, stone cunning.
That,
Which is
that's
a thing.
not a
What?
That's on crafted things, I think.
Are you sure?
I think so.
It just says
I think
stone.
it's on stone in general.
Just
Might not be.
stonework, sliding walls, stonework, traps, new construction, unsafe stone surfaces, ceilings, and the like. Something
Unshaped
that isn't
stone.
stone, but
Okay.
something that isn't stone but is disguised as stone also counts as stonework.
I'll
So
There you
just
go.
shut up and let you have your advantage whenever you see a rock.
Pretty much, that is what this is. Yes.
If you want some more light that way, I can drop my light and put it on a bolt or arrow or anything, and you can send it down there.
Make your insight check.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Do
Do it.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you have considered Ragnar much of like a reader of things? Or is this something that I would have had to have relayed through tales?
Wait, no, cleric. Maybe.
Does Ragnar read books?
Does Ragnar read historical
Wisdom,
books?
yes.
Well, just because you have wisdom doesn't mean you read books.
It's okay. He's stat racist. Okay.
I'm sorry, just right in my face. It's like, wisdom. Okay, sure.
Does Ragnar as a character just read books and literature?
Okay.
He hasn't had a chance to. So maybe.
Definitely a chance. Either way,
Sure.
it looks like the thing ahead fits the bill for something is using its environment to camouflage a trap. The nature of the trap is unknown due to your specific location, but assuming it has something to do with insectoids, there's probably things hiding on the other edges of things waiting to drag people.
That's a trap? I think that's an insect.
Sanine, want to sling a rock down there, see if we can provoke something, and then blast it from back here?
Why don't we just bait it?
That's what we do with a rock.
There's also,
Will it go
like-
after a rock?
A lot of them.
There could be a lot of them, yes. But there's a lot of these stone things that are like this.
Yeah,
There's a lot of us.
There's
are
4 of us.
There's 4
I
of
wonder if
us.
we have any good AoEs. There's fireball.
Fireball.
Yes, fireball was the first thing I mind. I don't have it.
I have it, as I said earlier.
Well,
That is Stonewall's description. He blasts things.
would
and
you
tank.
like to cast fireball upon the area as we run away? How about we run away first and then you cast fireball when we are very far away?
Would make
Well,
the
we need to-
argument that their
We-
nice stone hatches would give them super shield mastery.
We need to lure them out first. So, well, first of all, we need
Well-
to gather them in the good
Okay.
range.
Well,
Then we need to.
Sanina, we
Hold
can then
on.
run away, have Sanina throw the rocks, lure them out, and then you can fireball them.
I can do
fine
you
with
one
that.
better. Just everybody get ready for what you want to do, and I can do you one better on something
Making an illusion.
effectively.
I'm gonna activate my stuff.
Which stuff?
My mace stuff, because I have like 50 of them.
You have several.
I activate my my acid tongue, divine strike.
Divine Strike
I
is
can
always
get my
there.
beard out of my mouth. Ah.
Divine Strike always exists. That's just when you hit something.
Well, yes, but I prefer to make sure, which is why I say I activate everything.
It doesn't need activation. It just is. It's passive.
It's just his mental thing to keep it in mind.
I have a
Ah.
list. I'm going down the list. Okay. I'm joking.
Maybe don't use your 5th level spell.
I have another spell, and the radiant weapon isn't holy weapon. Two different things.
La la la
Radiant
la la.
divine strike, and
Yeah,
then
it would.
well, you're the one who told me to go down the list.
I just said, tell me when you guys are ready. Like, back up and tell me when you're ready for something.
No, Robert did. And then what? Spirit Shroud.
Spirit Shroud. There we go.
Did I start double? Yes.
Did anything you just cast have a duration that actually matters whenever people begin to take actions?
It lasts up
Spirit
to a
Shroud has a
minute.
minute. That's the only
I
one
think his
there.
things are a minute. Yeah.
Alright, so let's say you activate that whenever whatever plan
Happen.
is supposed to
Okay.
happen gets
Yes.
fleshed out and understood by everyone.
I thought we were about to do it right now.
I don't know which one.
Continue.
I
Yeah.
just
So
have you guys get ready. Is there any place like for you to take cover, get a good spot here?
This is more of like a tunnel. The only other place it diverges is probably about 65-ish feet back, and even then, it's just more tunnel.
Fair. So get Stonewall and Jackson and Ragnar. You guys get the front bits there. Get your shields out and ready.
indeed. Let's go.
Tunnel is approximately 15 feet across. It's very rough hewn. It gets wider and smaller in places. It looks like it was probably made by whatever the fuck is, using these things as cover.
Fair.
Let's.
Is there any
let's
narrower
swap-
parts close?
The nearest narrow part's a bit further away. It looks like there's at least like a wave of the horrible, nasty things before that. It's probably about 40 feet away, upward, like right at the edge of one of the light increments.
Let's slap the Stone Ages. Oh, let's swap that over to Ragnar.
Hmm?
You now get a gray aura around you. A stony gray aura.
And what's it do?
When you get hit by physical things, you take 4 less damage every single hit.
Okay.
Or is it 3?
All right. Everybody's ready. I'll start with just a normal silent image, and have it run down, and I can plinker minor. Well, no. Prestidigitation can make some minor noises in with it.
Okay, those are noises. The vibration from them is not included.
Well, no, but noises themselves are vibration.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
So it is as noticeable as what you guys have been talking about. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah, but I'm using this, but I'm pushing these.
It's not like
forward down as it gets
It's not like a
close to it.
200-pound person in heavy armor is taking a step.
Correct.
No,
Vibrating
but
the
I'm
ground.
making noises to see if they set something off first. This is phase 1 to test things, guys,
Does not seem to
before I
be
use resources.
enough.
Okay. I will make an image of. Let's bring back the Nightmare Centipede. I like that. And just have it start going down the walls and see if it trying and pushing on the things would set
Okay.
anything off.
Interesting point of note. Due to the nature of how your illusions, whenever you can make them real, silent image, things
Yes.
like that, things aren't actually on the ground per se. You can have them walk along it and you can have them impact it, but unless they are actively like putting force that direction, they're not technically there.
I know, that's why I said they're plinking and prying on those as they pass them.
So they are very specifically, basically just
Yes.
attacking the things as they go past.
Yeah, teasing and tormenting. They're trying to set them off on purpose.
Okay.
Because you told me about it last time, how it was interacting.
You are doing that. As you do so, you see one of the hatches open up and a web fly over your little centipede.
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 Centipede goes to town. It's probably going to be destroyed before we can do anything about it, though.
Okay, so if your thing is then attack that thing, then it is dragged away, and I don't know if silent image lasts outside of where you can see it. I don't remember.
I don't have to see it. I just have to see if I wish to direct it. It can exist outside of my range, but it has like a 120-foot limit.
Okay, so what just happened there was the centipede went forward, knocked on a door, the door opened up, web went over it, and then the centipede got dragged down an area, and the hatch closed. So they're probably in
And then it
combat.
poofed shortly afterwards.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Huh. well, that's annoying.
It's kind of terrifying. Just,
I'll shoot a fire bolt at that door that at one of the rocks.
Okay.
Does it do anything?
It impacts the rock.
Does the rock like open up and anything else?
It is not sustained. It's just a tonk. There have been adventurers here. Sadly, these are a little smarter.
That's fair. Alright. Just see what I got to bring forth now.
Ambush predators. Well, this be annoying.
They just go a different way. Or fuck them all up.
Oh, wait, shit. I have
Let's
X.
go a
I can
different
see
way.
through walls for a range. That's cool. Forgot about that.
You got your X-ray goggles.
Just get a look a little bit closer. Take a look. I assume is it just a giant spider hiding behind it?
Yeah, there's kind of quite a lot of them. But yeah. And looking at it now, you can see some of them are actually very enterprising little bastards, and they're actually in the ceiling.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, let's go a different way. This tunnel is just a line of death. Maybe
Now, I
come
will
back
say
later
this.
when we have a bit more.
Given their presence here, and, their setup, you can easily make the assumption that other adventurers haven't made it past this.
Wait, I just had an idea. You said that I think is interacting with anything unless it's particularly trying to, right?
Basically.
So if I make this long centipede again, we can get on it and it can go through there without setting these off, possibly.
Should you manage to float through there one at a time? Yeah, they can't see through stone. Logically.
Do you guys want to try that? I'll risk it first if we need to.
I'll just slap a stone aegis on. How far across is this, Eric?
You can see the tunnel until it exits your light/dark vision. There's probably a turn somewhere.
Can I make the argument that Sidine could ride with me since we're both two tiny small people?
You make the argument, and I can choose to accept it.
If
which
she
I do.
wishes to. Okay, if she wishes to
Yes.
see if this works.
You
Okay.
summon the
That way
most
I'm not alone.
horrific version of Falcor.
I told you before. It was like that big where it's coiled up to the maximum of the 10, and then it just stretches out once it's real.
So it can still only be within the 10.
Fair. But it's still kind of horrifying. I'll take it.
So they summon
take
horrible
take
Falcor.
light. They can have light on an object of their choosing.
I don't know if I want that. Risk that with the cracks in the rock, setting it off.
Okay.
So it sounds like you two are about to be making a stealth check.
Sounds like. Am I making it for like us is making it individually, or is the centipede making it?
Realistically, the centipede is a part of your casting. I wouldn't say that you're
Yeah.
particularly proficient at stealthing with your charisma, but I'd let you make a charisma check to
It's
see
just more of
basically
like,
how
I
well
would
it's
say
doing.
like,
It's
yeah, I
making
would
sure
say
it
it's just
doesn't
more of
tink
like
against anything
manipulating
as it
its
goes.
magic. Yeah, fine-tune control, because like it's us laying on it, and it's just trying us not to touch shit.
Basic. But
Which
now
we
the
have a
question
pretty generous
of
gap.
how fast, or well, how like much distance can you actually manage on your spell, and how long does the spell last to counter that? Because if you guys are partway
hold
through
up.
here, the spell fails. Fonk down. Thunk. Goodbye. It'll probably be fine, but it'll be grim.
Hey, York. Before you travel, can it hold either of us dwarves?
We can check real quick.
We should check real quick.
Due to its magical nature, I will allow one.
At a time.
Yes,
Or,
because York is a very powerful caster.
how quickly can that centipede move?
That was what he was checking a second ago.
Yes, I'm looking at
Because
this
do
spell
you
right now.
remember the portable hole thing we did last time? Not actually, might not have been I think it was this group. Eric, do you remember the portable hole thing with the there was the dexterity run
Yeah.
through the slippery thing? Where everybody
Uh,
up
Okay,
in a portable hole and just held their breath?
not off the top of my head, but it might have been
Thaddeus
because
does.
it was a while ago.
okay.
Just, pretty much have someone hold the portable hole, have everyone else get inside portable hole, hold
Is
their
anybody
breath.
carrying a bag of
Have them
holding?
Yes, we
Gonna
have
do
a
that
bag.
thing.
I also have a portable hole on me as well.
Well, yeah, but
We
you're
have
not
bags of
inside your
holding.
hole.
Well, no, but everyone can get inside the hole.
Not
Okay,
if they have a
I
bag
got
of
an answer
holding.
for you, Eric.
Go.
So a spell lasts 10 minutes. I can move it as an action. I can cause the image to move anywhere within range, and range is 60 feet. So I could basically move it about 60 feet around for 10 minutes.
Okay. Who needs fly?
So, I mean,
That's
but
basically what I'm trying to cheat into here.
if you're creative enough,
People that need higher elevations.
Okay, so we do that.
Of course, now you're putting yourselves on the other end of a dungeon through stealth.
I know. But I mean, we gotta have a little risk to make
I'm
it
just
interesting.
pointing it out because that's my job.
I know.
Have zero-
I thought
have
about it.
zero modifier.
Okay.
we could also. I
So
bring
you
up
want
the
to jump in a portable hole and have me run all of you down in one go?
Yes, really quickly because we cannot breathe in there. But we can hold our breath for a minute or two. And that way we don't have to
I
worry
don't know if
about.
a minute or two. A minute or two. I don't know how long. Like, how long can you hold your breath? That's the important part here for covering this tunnel.
Done
A
before.
while.
Oh no, Malo Mart returns.
Longer than it takes to go and get to the end of that tunnel, I'm guessing.
Okay, we can try it though.
And that way only one of us has to get past this without having to worry about.
I still
Well.
kind of want Sidine on the other side with me. I don't want to be stuck on my own, and then I get grabbed and everybody's screwed.
Also, someone has to hold your bag of holding.
Yes, indeed. Someone does indeed have to hold it.
We can try it. We can risk it. It's up to you guys. Let's do it. If so.
And also, aren't the both of us in big, heavy, metal clinking armor?
No.
I don't wear armor.
I know, yeah, you don't have that.
Still clinks.
Still clinks.
More of a
What stuff?
clunks.
Clinks of stone.
That would probably count.
More of a clunks.
I mean,
Clunk.
But anyways,
his
you
weight
can
is
get in.
just
We can
sticking
go.
around.
And I will move as fast as I can, and I guess last ditch effort we can bail out and try to fight our way out. It's what we need to.
Also, if you get caught, do not drop the bag.
Let you out. Gotcha.
No. Keep us with you. If you keep us with you, we can hop out of the bag and save you. If you drop us, but you've been taken, it may eat you before we can come save you.
And make sure you don't grab the wrong bag on accident when you're trying to get your friends out.
Yes.
Do not grab the bag of holding.
Janine, you should
And do
hold the
not
bag.
Because
And do
they
not
look
put the bag
exactly the
inside another
same.
bag.
Do not
Janine,
grab
you
the
should
bag
hold
of
the bag of
bag.
holding.
Grab all the bags
Because
of
I
holding.
have a different bag that, the one bag that's kind of.
You can't put bags of
The
holding
nom-nom
or the
bag?
portable hole
No,
in another bag.
Yeah. Just Sadiq's holding it. You guys get in. I rush this down. We try to do this.
Yes.
Yay or nay?
Hey. Pretty sure I've done this one before, so I've actually done something
Alright.
similar to this before. It was useful. We survived.
Let's do it.
Yes.
They jump in, get everything ready, get the thing summoned up, right as they're getting ready to jump in, and rush down.
Alright, make a casting check.
Is it just straight charisma, or do I get to add like the stealth bonus if I have proficiency?
Just straight charisma.
Shh. Yeah.
You're measuring or metering out control of your spell
Mm.
in the worst game of operation you've ever played.
Can I inspire him?
You want to sing? In this tunnel? At this time? In this part of the country?
When you say it like that,
Yeah.
no.
Feller.
Alright, I guess this is up to me. What's my lucky dice tonight? Time for the nat one. We both just get ripped off immediately in different
So that would
directions.
just be Yorick, and then Sanina, and then there'd be a bag. That then just disappears.
Rip.
And then it's talk to shit.
Complete TPK.
Fuck you guys, I can teleport 500 feet.
Yep.
I'll become one with the rock.
Hold your breath.
17.
It's significantly better than what I thought a yep would preordain.
I was thinking about it. I don't know why. I think it looked worse at first.
Alright.
I was expecting a lot worse.
You very carefully upon horrible Falcor. Continue your way down this tunnel to the best of your ability. It does become narrower after a while. And it gets kind of really close,
Just sucking it in.
basically. And then the cavern will widen up. With the amount of light that you guys have, which casts it to how far again total?
We're in a hole. We have no light.
But I thought that they got a light.
I
They
cast
said they
light
didn't
on
want it.
before I left.
We said not to because we didn't
Oh,
want the
dear.
light to actually trigger them, but I can see 120 feet in the dark if that helps.
That's grayscale.
Okay.
Can I tell the difference between
And
the
then
rock?
I can also see through the rock in a short distance to make sure if I need to let them out, there's nothing right here immediately.
That helps better.
But
Like
eventually,
I know dark vision isn't perfect, but
it is not. Eventually, it opens up into a larger cavern. Looking off to the side, you can see what looks like a pile of basically gear. If there's anything truly organic in there, it's kind of
gone.
been consumed.
So chances are something's in the room.
So we get out of the bag.
We're gonna have to let you out of the bag because your time's running out.
Yes.
I got
I'm
like,
gonna open it up and
we got plenty of time.
Actually, wait.
I don't
What's
know how
the
long it
time
took
of?
to get down
How
the
do you hold
tunnel.
your breath? Is that con save? Is each? Is your con modifier the number of minutes you can undo it? Be in there?
1 plus con is how much you can hold your breath, like just holding it.
So 5 minutes then?
But we're gonna have to get out soon because he made it sound like it took a little bit of time to get down that tunnel.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna open the bag and whisper, "Quietly get out."
As you're kind of examining the room while you're picking one of them and bringing their head out, you can see kind of like scattered around the area what appears to be just these webbed piles. They look to be like obviously organic in nature, but like they're taking the place of like big rocks, boulders, things like that. Basic guess would probably be eggs.
Oh, fuck.
As you pull up whichever bearded face needs to breathe first.
I know Stonewall can last a long time without holding his breath. I don't know about this guy, so I'm gonna grab Ragnar first.
Far up direction, you need to be able to see all this.
Head out of the
Very
bag.
far.
I guess actually we could just shuffle them getting a breath and keep crawling.
Just hand signs. Go away from this.
Well, at this point in time, you have two options. You can go back. You can go forward.
Yep.
But we can't.
I mean, we're already this far in. We might as well keep going forward, but if we would have just do shuffle run to let you guys breathe
Yes.
and then continue on.
Refuel
Shuffle
our
on.
air meters.
Air meters refueled.
Okay, let's say, because now air is actually a fucking thing, that took you guys about 4.5 minutes.
Okay. Shuffle them to breathe and I guess continue floating onwards.
Do you wish to recast your thing? Or do you
Nah,
want to keep
I
it
wanna
what
use it.
is?
I want to use it as far as we can because
You
I
don't
only
know
have
how
one
to
more
protect it.
use of solid spells left for today.
Okay. Continuing on through the chamber, you can see that basically looking down, dark vision makes it a little bit difficult because there's nothing to catch the light, but you can see that
Yeah.
there's a small lattice work on it. You can make the assumption that it's probably all covered by a layer of wood just across the board.
Yay. Just back Sneed, I think we're in a nest.
That's great.
About a minute and a half afterward, you reach
So,
the
6
other
total.
end of this chamber.
Are there any pathways or anything that stood out along the way?
No, and this big open area is round in nature. You make the assumption that if there's a door, it's gonna be either over there or over there.
Let's keep circling.
From which direction? Your left or your right?
Let's go right.
Alright.
It's okay. Every hint has said we shouldn't be here, including the DM.
You guys wanted to stop me. You had every opportunity.
Oh no, I agreed with you to go this way.
Yeah. I honestly think we should just kind of fireball the entire area and block it off until they die.
Well, then that would have been you guys fighting somewhere else. And now you're in the heart of the
Burn
dungeon, so
effects.
if you break stealth at this point...
Dead. Yes.
Continuing to your right. As you're heading this way, you can see the webs begin to thicken. And become more like vertical structures. Do you continue this pathway? If so, you must re-up your stealth check. Because
It's a bad
it's
sign.
difficult to get through it without touching something.
Let's see. It's been a minute and a half at this point, you said, since then, so 6 minutes total.
Yep, and that's at the start of you heading this direction.
Okay, what time are we at with I hit this direction?
Whenever you hit that, it's only about 30 seconds after that.
So 6.5. Let's go back and the other way to check that first before we try to risk the stealth check.
Alright, so extra 30 seconds. Heading the other direction.
So 7. And then it's been
You carry on for
2.5.
a minute and a half, and you come upon a doorway that has been webbed over. But it is an actual doorway.
Shoot. Shoot. Okay. Pull out. They have some time left. So pull out the stone walls thing.
You get to breathe now.
Hey, if we quickly burned a hole through a web, could you close off a cavern? Close off a cave entrance?
Mm,
For the sake of
I could.
conversation, if I had a physical timer, I'd have to flip it here.
I know. I just am asking a very quick question.
Take a 5th level spell, unless this is sand.
Well, it's that or fight a nest of spiders.
We could come back here later, couldn't we?
Getting out is the problem, buddy.
Hmm.
Yeah, Renee, we're running out of time.
Not now. Take a 5th level spell. Hold on to that for later.
Shit. I'm gonna have to ask you guys to get out quietly now. Or let this get down quietly and just shuffle you guys' breath out, because we're literally at the last little bit of this spell.
Floor is webbed.
But we're out of time. We're gonna drop one way or another now.
Alright.
Because minute and a half with that little bit of talking, we're literally at like 9.5 minutes. We have 30 seconds or this shit's gonna go. Unless the beginning of this cavern wasn't webbed.
No. Basically, this entire, as soon as everything went big, there was webbing everywhere.
If we're gonna drop, you want me to burn that anyways?
Let's get ready to, just in case they notice us and we have to move.
They're gonna notice us.
They might not. We're pretty light.
Stealth check.
Just looking him in the eyes.
Yes.
I
Spider
weigh
won't
like
feel us
30
on the
pounds.
web.
Let me be hopeful. I know realistically we're about to be sprinting, but I can hope.
I weigh 300 before my stone skin.
Rapid before I drop. Rapid shift to give everybody breath back and have Stonewall's head peeking back out.
You are a dwarf in a bag.
We're playing the air game today, buddy.
Okay, so it sounds like you're heading to the ground and you're keeping both of the dwarven companions in the bag.
Fire, yay or
Well, I have
nay.
the one get ready to pull out because he's the one we're gonna need just in case.
Honestly, we could-
get moving.
Can he just cast a spell inside the bag with his part of himself poking out?
I could probably reach my hand out.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Pull up your head. Pull up your head as well. We can have both.
Yeah, but the problem is it leaves us out without the other guys out, is what he's saying. And I understand that, but like if I just drop them out, we're absolutely gonna get noticed rather than
I'm
the most likely.
just clarifying what's happening.
Yeah, but I
here.
mean, if you go and keep us in the bag and then just run for it and just have him ba ba ba.
Pull out Ragnar's head as well. Here, you breathe while we're discussing.
That was the point. That's why I said I'm getting ready to drop you guys, shuffle you guys, and then we're gonna like try to set us gently on the ground and get ready to run.
So you set yourself as gently as you can on the ground. Basically immediately before the spell fails. You and Sienna are standing there. Your dwarven companions are heads in a bag,
You want us to make a stealth check so we
and
can get out?
there's no reason.
Yeah,
Are you
I
sure?
assumed.
Are you sure?
Basically, like having it ready to dump them if I need to.
There's no reason because the spider knows, because they know what happens on their web.
Yeah, I figured it was worth a shot.
Can
It's
we go through
okay.
the door?
I would have had a 2.
All right. As soon as we hit, and as soon as it's like hits, and you're gonna do that, it's like let's go, go, go.
Fire.
As you
Fire.
begin to kind of
Fire the door.
have that sense of something's coming, you do hear from the other side of the room the sound of something large.
Well, I'm glad we didn't go right over to it.
We could have fought them one by one and lured them out one by one.
But I
Size
heard
of this
this was-
Yeah, but this
I
group
said fire.
isn't known for
I
its
said I
good
was firing the
decisions.
web.
I didn't argue against it either, so I mean,
Okay, I can like, hold the web. I can make the door hold for a brief minute as we start to run.
That door that had a web, it's getting fired.
Yeah, like after we get through it.
Yeah.
Like we hold over a brief moment while we start to run.
Do you need a damage roll, Eric, or anything?
What are you casting?
Firebolt.
Firebolt? Yes, then I need damage.
Because I'm not fireballing the door that we are all in front of. You know,
Door is a
just
door.
deal a little.
It's not going to dodge. I do need damage.
2d10. Fire. Is that a 6 or a 9? That's. I always forget. Is the line under or over?
Under.
Under.
Okay. Yep, then this is a 9.
Okay.
Welcome to our terrible decision making, Dylan.
So, no, not 9 damage, 14 total. Then.
14 total damage to this big wall of magic web. You can see your impact point. It does not cost the rest of it to combust. But the point of impact doesn't look that strong anymore.
Dump them out. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Another one.
I can help with green flame blade. Actually.
Another one. Do it then.
Can we get
You
to
wanna
the
help?
door
I'm
yet?
going to
You
help
want to help? You
cut
should
it
do it
open.
soon.
Can we
That's
get
what I
to
said.
the
I'm
door?
going to help cut it open as he grabs his sword and like some of that ink that he's been pulling out for his new magic
he
runs
dumped this
along
out?
it ignites and he slashes
Yeah, he
with
dumped
the
this out.
sword.
Okay, I'm
Because
gonna use my
it's
mace
over
to
there,
go
it
and
noticed
ask. I'm gonna use my mace to go and get rid of the web. If I can help him.
Yes.
Hey, Sanina.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a conversation with you. They're over there
Oh.
punching
Is it
that
about-
door. They're doing
Is it about
Okay.
the best they can.
Okay, God.
Okay. But, like, you're not punching the door. So you're paying attention to other
No.
shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't notice anyways.
They're like, remember when I told you there was a rumbling noises on the other side of the thing there?
Yeah.
Rumbling noises have stopped.
Oh,
They're
no.
making a lot of flashes of light over there, so you can kind of see illuminated. Probably about 60 total feet diagonally upward from you.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass spider. Like, this motherfucker looks like they could be in Zelda. And
You know, Zelda was the vibe I was getting from this whole place.
They've got
especially
you
with-
dialed
Yeah,
in.
same.
They've got what?
Sanine's going to hide behind, go and hide behind Stonewall.
There is no hiding behind. I'm in front of a door shooting fire at it.
Alright.
We're trying to get through it.
Can we get through it yet,
Here's
Eric?
the problem. Spider like
Alright.
web. Spider's about to use a lot of web on all of you, which will make the door
Mhm.
even worse.
I mean, we did just have 3 more attacks on it. I don't know.
You did
Yes.
have 3 attacks on it, but the issue is it's magical web and it's real fucking in there, and the door itself may not, open easily.
I mean,
Oh, really? Can
if
I
it helps,
try?
magical web's supposed to be pretty flammable in D&D.
It's Eric's web.
That's what I was
That's
saying. I
always
don't
what
know.
Mine does to it.
I'm checking to see if it's different.
And Dylan has acid. Who knows what his will do?
I have acid and a lot of my mace does a lot of damage. Let me
It's-
give it a shot.
It's not hurting, but the problem is, it is
It's about
just
the
about
re-
11:30. This is where initiative would be called. And there's a lot of shit that could potentially be part of said initiative.
I have no time limit.
No time limit.
I unfortunately open tomorrow.
Hmm. Do you require sleep? Oh, you
That is a
Sometimes.
stupid question because I drive for a living.
So it's a no. Yeah,
Well,
that's a no.
well, our next Saturday won't. Our next Saturday isn't going to be till next month, at least.
Fuck.
There's not much
That's
of
what-
anything that can be done for that.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's what I had brought up with the switching for Dylan there. My days are scattered.
There wasn't anything that could be done for that either.
It's okay though, because I have the next 3 Fridays off now. Finally,
So there is
You know
a
what?
relatively
You know
low
what?
chance. Go on, Dylan.
We start at 7. most of D&D is talking.
Are you
I
gonna
am
try to do it at work?
I am entirely fucking by myself. Does anyone want to roll for me?
No, you're not the problem.
No, you're
Well,
not the problem.
You're not the problem. It's we have.
No, he
we have
means
an-
he wants to do it
Friday.
on Friday while he's
Oh.
at work.
If one of you fuckers can roll for me, I can talk.
No.
It's fine.
You've had
'Cause
some
I am
connection
by
issues
myself.
working.
I am
there.
entirely by myself for 8 hours.
Yeah, but
Someone
Eric,
wants to
Eric pointed out, you
work
guys have
with
had
me.
you've had connection issues there.
That's for Twitch. Twitch is Twitch.
Discord is also Discord.
Discord is a bit better off than Twitch for me. As I've used my phone just fine without Wi-Fi at all, just using the phone signal. Whereas Twitch requires more because video.
But then you
Whereas Twitch is
require
just
our luck
audio.
instead of you rolling.
But at this current time, there's a very, very low chance of you guys not getting ensnared by whatever the hell this thing's about to do, and then making your way through
You
this.
think we can get to a good different point within about an hour? I can do it.
If combat happens, I don't think it's going to go that way. Because these things are grapplers. If shit gets fucked, it gets real fucked, and they start moving you guys around.
Fact. But it's still you might be using that teleport to get out of grapples.
Wait. Too bad you jumped us out of the thing. No.
I don't know if they melee me within 60 feet of whoever I have Aegis, I can teleport behind that target.
That's what I said. That's what I meant.
Could you
I thought you could-
fireball? Can you fireball the spider and knock it down?
That depends on initiative.
That would be something to happen during combat. And
And considering
Yeah.
and
It sounded
considering
like
it's
tonight might not be the night.
considering it's a boss, no.
No. But can we get to the other side of this door and just slam in its face?
There is a
Also-
door.
Because I don't think that. Because how big is this door? Can it get through the door?
there is a lot of webbing. It can't fit through the door. The smaller ones, though, probably can. You can logically make the assumption that if this thing starts off,
I
the
have
other
an
ones...
emergency idea. If I win initiative against it, that could help as a last ditch effort to get us time to get through this door.
But I don't want to
I don't see
say
it.
initiative,
Yeah.
give you guys like 3
Yeah.
rounds, and then things get worse, and then we have to call.
Yeah, no, fair.
So we will start it off next time,
Next month.
whenever the fuck,
Well, I mean, well, continue.
at
We're
the
gonna
start
talk
of
after this.
initiative. And we'll see how it goes then.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right. Sorry for the cliffhanger, but
It's
beats must.
okay. Now I'm just gonna sit and freak out about it for the next month, going, "Oh shit, how are we gonna get out of this?"
I don't know, man, but if you kill it, there's a loot pile over there.
I figured there was a loot pile behind it. I just didn't want to fight it, but now it looked like we might have to fight it.
And also, there's this big magical creature here, so whatever's behind that actual doorway there might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And now I
We're gonna kill
realized
him.
I just remade Freya's arena.
And we can use our magic stones.
Yeah.
Dylan can see our magic girl transformations
Magical girl
I
transformation.
can finally describe mine.
next month.
I can describe mine.
It
You
might
can
not.
describe it.
Is there ways around next month?
All right.
Dylan, I put my schedule
Over.
in the group chat.
You said you had the next 4 Fridays off.
I said 3.
3. That's still
That
3
is-
Fridays.
That's the next 3 Fridays.
We
15,
will
20 seconds.
figure it out. All right.
Just end this.
Yeah.
End the stream already.
Yeah, we can end the stream. Yeah,
Okay.
we can talk about it later. Figure it out later. Sound good, guys?
Yes. Move on. Yeah.
Let's get out of
Hit
here.
button.
Big spider go raw.